Foundation members makes a once-in-a-lifetime experience possible for more than 465 student athletes. Your gifts provide scholarships, academic support, training in nutrition, as well as professional and personal development assistance. Razorback Foundation members earn access to season tickets, priority seating and parking, tailgating, invitations to exclusive coaches and player events, as well as discounts to local restaurants and Hog Heaven stores. Your support will help the Razorbacks continue the path of success and bring home even more SEC and national championships. Text JOIN to 479-349-4313 or visit RazorbackFoundation.com for more information. That's JOIN to 479-349-4313. Can't wait to see you on the Hill. Go Hogs!
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part? It's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Congratulations to Jack Dennery of Little Rock Catholic and Yin Yo Yang of Conway for being named the All-Arkansas Preps Outstanding Players of the Year in Golf as chosen by the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. They are among the 400 Arkansas high school athletes who will be honored at the All-Arkansas Preps Awards Banquet on Saturday, June 20th, sponsored by CHI St. Vincent. The event is emceed by Steve Sullivan with special guest David Basil and Paralympian Hunter Woodhall. To find out more about the athletes selected or to purchase your tickets to the event, visit allarkansaspreps.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Arkansas sports fans, get ready to tee it up with the legends. The annual Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame Celebrity Golf Tournament is set for June 8th at Chenal Country Club. Grab your team for a 4-man scramble and get paired with a celebrity for a day of golf, stories, and unforgettable moments. It's your chance to play along the names you've cheered for. Spots are limited, so sign up now at arksportshalloffame.com, arksportshalloffame.com, or call 501-313-4158.
Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
But now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds?
Brunson on the drive, spins. Underneath, puts it up, puts it in. Jalen Brunson does it again. It's now 12 consecutive wins for the Knicks as they take game 1 of the NBA Finals. Their 7th consecutive road game. And one of the great playoff runs in NBA history is still alive.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, it is a great run by the New York Knicks. I saw this note today, Joe, and I thought about you. They've outscored their opponents by 272 points in the past 12 games during that 12-game winning streak. That is the best 12-game stretch from any NBA team in history. Regular season, playoffs, whatever the case.
Oh, yeah.
Best 12-game stretch ever.
Yeah, and that's something that's been mentioned over this 12 games, that they were making history by the amount of points they were scoring and just the blowout victories, but the thought was that Eastern Conference is down, that it's weaker than West, and West is it's more competition there overall. And so there were people that were saying, okay, it's impressive, but how impressive is it? And then you see what they did last night, and they show just how impressive they are. Knicks are just one of those teams that they're put together well, and they've been that same team over the past few years. They just didn't go so deep into their bench and use so many players on that roster. With Mike Brown there, they've changed that philosophy, and they're not wearing down starters like they were in the past. They're going into their bench. They're trusting these players, and you see that these players are coming in the game and delivering.
And then they have a great closer in Jalen Brunson. Man, at the end of the game last night, he was phenomenal. It was incredible, some of the shots that he hit and the way he was guarded and still was able to make the shot and finish. It was the difference in the game to me. You had Brunson on one end, driving to the basket or hitting pull-ups, and the Spurs settling for threes and kept missing three after three after three, drive in, miss a shot. And the next thing you know, it's a run, and game is over. I mean, it didn't come down to a final possession. It was done.
Oh, yeah. And they were down by 1 going into that last stretch of the game, and then they outscored them 11-0, so they end up winning by 10 points. But what's probably more impressive than that lengthy winning streak overall is the road winning streak in 7, and that's not even the longest in finals history. It's tied for second longest with 7 straight road victories. So they didn't say exactly what the record was, but Lakers were one of those teams that had they were either tied with them or they had the longest winning streak on the road in playoff history.
Yeah, I think it was Golden State that has the longest win streak in the playoffs. Was it 14? 15. And then they just passed, I think it was or tied the Lakers. They're at 12 now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, tied the Lakers at 12. Have a chance to
tie that 15 if they could win out.
4-0. I'm not putting anything past them now. That was impressive. Now, I know Wemby. Wemby was not worried, right? That's what he had to say. In fact, we can hear from Wemby real quick.
First ever finals game tonight. Were there any jitters that bothered you from the beginning that perhaps could have affected you at all today?
It definitely felt special for sure, but nothing close that could be an excuse. It was not a factor in our performance.
You can go back to the old argument we had during the finals of the Western Conference that Wemby needs to get inside more and kind of patrol the paint. Last night he took 21 shots, 9 of them were three-pointers. That means he took 12 shots inside the three-point line.
A lot of credit to Karl Anthony Towns in the way that he defended him. Mitchell Robinson, when he was in there, they had a good game plan against Wemby. Now, there are a couple of times where Wemby's going to be unstoppable. He put the ball on the floor, and he takes a couple of steps, and he's at the rim. And he may be a certain distance still away from the rim, but he's able to stretch out because of his arm length and still get it to the rim and get a dunk. That's unstoppable. But there are times when you can slow him down, you can affect him in different ways.
There were a couple of times that the Knicks were trying to block him out, and they were doing a good job of blocking him out, but the guy was just too small. And Wemby, with those long arms, would just reach over him, literally jump, reach over him, and grab the rebound. And I was, you see that sometimes called for over the back. But in a case like that, he's not going over the back. He's just reaching over him.
Exactly.
He's just that big, that tall. And if you're going to block him out, you got to push him all the way out past the free throw line, basically. But, so many times in the NBA, it just comes down to who makes shots, who's shooting. And in the first half, the Spurs, when they were on their run, they were shooting the ball well, especially from the three-point line. I wish I had the breakdown of per quarter, their three-point shooting percentage. It seemed like at the end they could not hit anything. And when you look at their final percentage, 25.6% from the three-point line.
Yeah, that first quarter, it was telling because both teams started off hot, and then both teams seemed to go cold. And so that was something that lingered into that second quarter also. So first half, it was a tale of different playing styles and shot making at that time because both teams started off pretty hot making shots, and then they went cold. And you would almost expect that it would be the opposite way, where coming into the game, maybe they're a little off, and then they get in their flow, and now they're making shots. But they both started out hitting shots, and then they went cold.
I love that one time when they showed Cat on the sideline during a timeout inside the huddle, and he was like, "Guys, our offense is going to come, but it's our defense that's going to win us this game. Our defense will keep us close until we discover our offense. We're going to start clicking offensively. Let's just keep playing defense until the offense comes."
You love to see that from players also, because coaches, they're going to give all the info. They're going to control the huddle, and say what needs to be said, but when players do it, it becomes more special, and maybe the message gets across better because this is somebody you're on the court with. You're in the mix with them at that time. So it comes across where players may buy into it a little bit more.
It was almost prophetic because that's exactly what happened. You know, their defense kept them in the game, and then finally the offense and Brunson, they got clicking, and it was able, because they were close enough, they were able to overcome that deficit and take the lead and eventually win the game.
Look at the effect Josh Hart had on the game, too. A lot of credit to him, where it wasn't the scoring output, but it was the rebounds, the assists, the steals, his defense overall. He just had an effect on the game in so many different areas other than points. And we say that when we see players that aren't putting up a big point production, you have to have an effect on the game. And he's one of those that had a big effect in so many different ways.
Yeah, you look at the stat line, 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field. He missed all 3 of his threes, made the only free throw he made. But he was plus 22. He had 15 rebounds and 6 assists. A guy struggling offensively, can't buy a basket, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals.
15 rebounds from your guard. That says a lot.
That's pretty – that's one of those you need to show to kids, you know, as an example. Look at what Josh Hart did offensively. He may have been, with Brunson, the Knicks MVP of the game. Or Cat. Arguably one of the most important players in this game, one of the 3 most important players. He scored 3 points. Now look what he did defensively. Look what he did rebounding. This is how you can impact a game and be a great team player, help your team win when you can't get it going offensively that night.
And so when you realize that, you take that out of the equation. Okay, shot's not going. I'm just going to do other things that I'm capable of and help this team win by any means. Whatever needs to be done, that's what I'm doing.
Knicks, by the way, were 11 of 36 from the three-point line. That is 30%, 30.6%. So neither team shot great from the three-point line. Knicks just a little bit better. And if it's not for who was the Spur that had the 5 threes early in the game?
Dylan Harper.
No.
Or Castle. Was it Castle?
No.
No. Okay, Champagnie.
Yeah, Champagnie.
Champagnie.
He was 5 of 6 at one point.
Yeah.
He missed his last 4. He was 5 of 10. The rest of the team was bad.
And you like to see the back and forth, too, where Champagnie, he's talking trash. Jose Alvarado, he comes in the game. He's known for being somebody that defends well and gets a lot of steals. He hit some threes, and he's going back and forth with Champagnie there because they're, showcasing what they can do from all different angles around the court and what they can do from a defensive standpoint, offensive standpoint. And you like to see that also, just the competition going back and forth. These guys were really into it, and it just made for a great showcase of great game and NBA Finals overall.
Joe, if it's not for him, the Spurs would have been 6 of 33 from the three-point line. If he doesn't hit 5 of 10, it could have been ugly last night.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's what you expect from him. You expect him to be able to make threes in that capacity. But also we saw in that last series against OKC, he's a good defender as well. And he's a good help defender. He has a twin brother that is an NBA player also, and he probably gets lost because of where he plays. He plays for Wizards, which they're projected, and they should be a much better team this next season because of some of the trades they made. They have some good picks coming up in this NBA draft. So you may hear a lot more about his brother. It's Julian Champagnie that plays for Spurs. His brother, his twin, Justin Champagnie.
Where did he play?
St. John's.
Yeah, I'm thinking 6 of 33. That's like less than 17% the rest of the team shot from the three-point line. That's rough.
So in saying also he played at St. John's, he's from New York.
Yeah.
So
going home.
He and Dylan Harper are those two guys that this is a team they saw growing up. Now they're facing them in NBA Finals.
Spurs now kind of back against the wall for Game 2 coming up tomorrow night. I saw a stat, teams that start 0-2 at home in the finals, it's like 90% they lose.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a small,
yeah.
like 10%, less than 10% chance of coming back from 0-2 deficit when you start at home.
That's why you're going to see home teams in Game 2 because of a sense of desperation. They're always going to be favored, and sometimes they're going to be favored big simply because they realize they can't afford to go into a hole like that on their home court.
Well, to your point, Bet Saracen right now has the Spurs a 6-point favorite in Game 2. Last night it was 4.5.
Yeah, and so you see the difference there. It goes up because of a sense of urgency.
Knicks win, but the point spread goes up in favor of the Spurs because of that desperation. Game 2 tomorrow night, 7:30. All right, we'll talk more about Game 1 of the NBA Finals coming up during What's Trending. Also coming up, our guest list today. Steel Eves is coming up next, thanks to Stephen Elmore Shelter Insurance. Our final interview with the Razorback relief pitcher from Lone Oak. Picked up 2 wins in the regional. Kind of sure he doesn't care because needed more than that. But both times Arkansas won. He picked up the victory out of the bullpen. And now it's off to, I guess, summer ball. I haven't talked to him. I don't know if his plan is to pitch and go play summer ball somewhere or stay back in campus and rest the arm and just work out. And I'm not sure. We'll find out what Steele's going to do this summer. Also, we have Richard Davenport at 210. Had a huge recruiting weekend last weekend and again this weekend for football. In fact, they picked up a commitment from a punter and a kicker. And just seeing some of Richard's tweets, a lot of the guys that were camping were very impressed with Fayetteville and the University of Arkansas and what they had there. I did see a tweet from, I think it was a national guy, talking about the we'll ask Richard about it. They have this area where they're taking pictures that is getting rave reviews and that the recruits love it. You know, anytime Instagram and TikTok and Twitter or whatever, you can post your pictures. But
is it around the fountain?
No. It's somewhere inside the facility. It's like they've set up a photo shop, a photo booth or something special. But I will ask Richard about it. He's coming up at 2:10. Also, Tag Andrews, Little Rock Trojans closer. Very important during their conference and title run during the regional victory. Tag, in fact, was the OVC MVP. I think he pitched 4 out of the 5 games or 4 times in 5 days. It was absolutely incredible the streak he was on. Got the save in the championship game. Got the victory against Southern Miss in Game 1 of the regional. Got the save in Game 2. And then was in the bullpen ready to come in Game 3 if needed, but they didn't need him. And so Tag, a very important part, the former Razorback who transferred to Little Rock this year, redshirted at Arkansas last year, and kind of gambled on himself. Knew he needed to pitch, knew he needed innings. And so he left a place where he dreamed of playing to get an opportunity to get out on the mound on a consistent basis, and it paid off. Tag had a heck of a season. We'll hear from him at 2:30 today. We'll be taking some interviews. We'll be taking some phone calls throughout the day. We'll check the Middleton Heat and Air text line throughout the day, 661-1037, by the way. In fact, I'll go over there right there. 501 says, watch out, Spurs fans. A significant referee trend for the Knicks. The Knicks are 9-0 in their past 9 playoff games officiated by Scott Foster.
Well, you saw Jalen Brunson going at him last night when he was taking some of those bumps at the time, and he felt like he was getting fouled. They go to a timeout or cut into a commercial, and Jalen Brunson runs right up to Scott Foster, and he's telling him, look, I'm getting fouled. We need to pay attention to that and call it. And some of the teammates came over and made sure he got separated. And Scott Foster kind of just walked away. You know, he didn't engage in any kind of conversation because he didn't want to do anything drastic where he was going to have some kind of negative impact at that point.
He did it at the end of the game. As soon as the game was over, his teammates are celebrating. Brunson walks over to Scott Foster and has a conversation. Now, it wasn't heated or anything. And it may have been one of those conversations, hey, I know I was getting on you, but, you know, it's all good. I have all mad respect for you, whatever the case. Or he may have been saying, hey, man, You miss a lot. Go back and watch. Just go back and watch. I'm not going to complain anymore, but go check and see some of the – but anyway, a teammate had to come up to him and go, come on, let's go. Let's go celebrate. It's over.
Yeah, officials, they get that message, though. If you ask for them to look out for certain things, they get the message, and maybe you get some of those calls because you relay that message.
501 says the Danhausen lifting the curse on the Knicks has been instrumental in this streak.
I don't know anything about that.
Good. I don't either. 501 said it is pouring outside. It was. I drove back from Hot Springs, and it's just these small little pockets of showers, and we went through probably about a 3-minute stretch where it poured, and it stopped and the sun came out. Then got back into Little Rock, sunshine all the way, and then driving to the bus. One little pocket. It was probably for 30 seconds. Rained really hard, then stopped, got here, not raining, and look outside now. Just finished raining. So just scattered pop-up showers all over central Arkansas.
It's almost feeling like Florida. Not necessarily how it feels, but just with the showers that come through and they're gone, and then it seems like it never rained.
Yep. Hopefully if we have any weather issues this weekend with the Super Regionals, that's all it is. These quick little pop-up showers, then they are gone. We are gone. That's an end to our first segment. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Steel Eaves. We'll finish up the hour taking your calls. 661-1037. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
This is SportsCenter.
In the Women's College World Series, the Texas Longhorns took down Texas Tech 7-3 last night in a rematch of last year's Women's College World Series. The Longhorns look to repeat as champions and will do so if they beat Texas Tech tonight. That game is at 7 o'clock on ESPN. And in college baseball, we know the Little Rock Trojans will take on the Troy Trojans in their first ever Super Regional. Game 1 is tomorrow night at 4 o'clock on ESPNU, and Game 2 will be Saturday at 2 o'clock on ESPN2. Game 1 will also be broadcast on 106.7 Buzz 2, and Game 2 Saturday will be right here on 103.7 The Buzz. I'm Moose with The Buzz Radio Network.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. The recent death of Ted Turner reminds us of the outsized influence the mouth of the South had on America and the world. Turner essentially invented 24-hour news, owned the Atlanta Braves and Hawks, and became one of the biggest landowners and conservationists in U.S. history. He also married Jane Fonda, which inspired the late Louis Grizzard's great line, "Who introduced these two? Ho Chi Minh?" The next time you feel snowed under by the endless news loop, raise a glass to Captain Courageous. Double B's has 34 locations across Arkansas with friendly folks, ATMs for your convenience, and a dazzling array of delectable noshes and drinks. That's because Double B's is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Around here, reputation matters. That's why homeowners and business owners turn to the professionals at CertaPro Painters for their painting projects. From detailed residential painting to professionally managed commercial projects, our crews deliver craftsmanship that protects your investment and enhances curb appeal. Spring weather won't last forever, and neither will the open slots on the schedule. If painting is on your list this year, now's the time. Call CertaPro Painters or visit CertaPro.com and reserve your spring project today. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy.
You can't always see what's in the air, but dust, allergens, contaminants, even mold could be affecting your health. Learn about air quality testing at rainbowrestores.com. When the unthinkable happens, damage from smoke, water, fire, mold, or just poor air quality, let Rainbow Restoration fix your home or business. With their 24/7 rapid response, you'll get your life back on track fast. RainbowRestores.com. Rainbow Restoration. They restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
Good things come in mini packages at Southland Casino Hotel this May and June. Join us for Cruising into Summer. Saturdays from 7 to 11 p.m., 450 winners share over $400,000 in free play and prizes. One free daily entry, 500 points earns one more. Grand prize winners on May 30th and June 27th win a share of $10,000 free play or a 2026 Mini Cooper convertible. Cruise into Summer at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. Online at TruService.net.
It's beautiful, it's bittersweet. You're like a broken home to me. I take a shot of memories and black out like an empty street. I fill my days with the way you walk and fill my nights with.
Welcome back down to Bounds. Westmore and Joe Franklin. All right, somebody else kept texting on the Middleton Heat and Air text line about the Danhausen curse. So I had to look it up, Joe. Danhausen is a wrestler. WWE.
Oh, okay. That's why I was unfamiliar.
You and I both. So Danhausen initially cursed the Knicks and ESPN personality Stephen A. Smith in April of 2026 during the NBA playoffs. The Knicks then went down 2-1 to the Atlanta Hawks. A fan paid Danhausen via Cameo to lift the curse on the Knicks, after which he humorously redirected the curse towards the Atlanta Hawks. The New York Knicks have not lost a game since he redirected the curse.
Oh, wow. Okay. But it was directed towards Hawks. So how did that affect every other team that Knicks have played since then?
He lifted the curse off the Knicks, which freed the Knicks to play to their greatest potential.
Yeah. Okay.
So Danhausen, that's part of his gimmick. He often places curses on his opponents. So this is part of his shtick.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not a shtick. Maybe he
it's
has
real, huh?
the ability to curse and lift curses. I know somebody needs to lift a curse off of. We'll get into that much later. Let's bring in Steele Leaves. Thanks to Stephen Elmore Shelter Insurance. Steele, are you a wrestling fan?
I'd say I'm a wrestling fan.
You know about this Danhausen?
I've never heard of this.
Okay. You believe in it?
That's crazy. I mean, I'm a little superstitious, so yeah, I could get behind that.
Should we cameo him and see if he can lift a curse off of the Razorbacks in Omaha?
Might not be a bad idea.
All right. There you go, Razorback fans. Start up the cameo for Danhausen to help us out. Still, I appreciate you jumping on board. It's been a great season with you, and unfortunately, we're not talking about the Super Regionals. We're talking about the end of the season. Let me start there. Hey, the Vultures struck twice, picked up 2 wins in Lawrence. Unfortunately, they needed you to pitch like 4 more times, or at least 2 more times, and get 2 more wins. And I don't know if it's some kind of blessing, but when you come in, man, the team all of a sudden starts scoring runs. It happens time and time and time again.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I wasn't really expecting to get 2 wins in that regional, but it happened, and it's a pretty good feeling whenever you sit down in between innings and you're going to go back out, and they just keep scoring and scoring for you, and then it makes your job a little easier.
Still, in those last couple of games, putting up so many runs, did you get a sense of this is kind of how we played all season, and we're able to pull these games out?
Yeah, I feel like at times, this season, I feel like in the 8th inning or so, we would always score like a lot of runs. And I just feel like all year we kind of showed that, we had the fight throughout the entire game. But I think in the end, just, all of our mistakes added up in the end and, just got to us.
Take me back to the Northeastern game. You come in and you gave, it may have been the most, I think it was the most pitches you've thrown this season, most innings, And ninth inning, I was like, well, that's it. He's done in the eighth. They're going to bring in somebody to close it out. And you came back out there in the ninth. It looked like to me you were on fumes. That was about it. But you were trying everything you could to get that final out, those final outs to save the pitching. They pull you, and you looked furious. I could just tell you were so mad because you wanted that so bad to finish it off for your team. And when they took you, we lost you. You walked into the dugout and then you kept walking. And I was like, where'd he go? Where's Steele? What happened?
Yeah, I had to hit the tunnel. I wasn't very happy. Before I came in that game, I talked to coach in the bullpen, and they come down and talk to you. And my job was basically to get us through that game without having to throw someone else. And so, yeah, when you come back out, when they score a whole lot of runs for you, because, the seventh inning wasn't very clean by me either. I think I gave up a 2-run homer. But then our offense, bounced right back. So I was fighting, they were fighting. I felt like the team was behind me and they were supporting me with runs, and, to go out there and not get it done, not get through the ninth and be one out away, you just get a little pissed off, but it happens, and Cooper come in and got the job done, and everything was okay.
Still reflecting back on this season, are there some moments that stand out to you, and what stands out about this team, just thinking about the season?
I think all season we just kind of got closer as a team, and we, towards the end, had each other's back. And the situation that happened in Northeastern, my last outing, Cooper come in and save me, and then you look at my first outing against Texas Tech, and I come in and, save him. So it's just, it just kind of shows that we're there for each other, and I think we fought every single game, and there was never a question of effort or attitude on our side. Like I said, our mistakes just added up, and at the end they got us.
Still leaves with us thanks to Stephen Elmore Shelter Insurance. Still, were you gassed? Were you done there in the ninth inning? Did you have anything left?
No, I was pretty gassed.
Could you?
But then when everybody stood up and started clapping for that third out, I got a little boost of energy, I guess.
Could you have pitched any more in the regional, or were you done for the weekend?
I was going to try and be ready for Monday, if at all possible, maybe for an out or so. I was going to try to be ready for that, but there was probably, 20% chance I would have thrown.
Still, also individually, when you look back on the season, how do you feel you performed, and maybe just some moments from you throughout the season?
I think this year I had a pretty solid season. The one thing I would change was the amount of home runs that I gave up. I feel like that number kind of hurt me in the long run, and just the ERA and stuff like that. I think just the long ball is what killed me this year. But I think I did a good job of having quick innings most of the year, and getting a lot of ground balls and getting our team off the field quick. So in that sense, I think I had a pretty good year. And yeah, it was just it was good to get out there and have a role this year and be one of the guys, because that experience is pretty valuable, and I hope to use it next year.
What kinds of things would you like to work on off season to maybe be a better player overall, or just maybe achieve some goals that you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, this summer I think I'm going to stay around Fayetteville and just get bigger, stronger with our strength and conditioning coach, Hunter Bell. He's really good at what he does, and I don't think there's anywhere else in the country that would be a better spot for me to, get bigger and stronger and faster. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to try to work on a few pitches. I had a pretty good cutter this year. I kind of leaned on it on the second half of the season. I didn't really throw it in the first half. And, right when you look at the South Carolina series all the way through Missouri State, when that was my first start, when we played them, I didn't use the cutter very much. And I think once I added that third pitch, it really helped in the end. So I think in the off season, I'm going to try to hone in on those and then maybe get a change up. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on working on this summer.
Earlier this week, we had, I think it was Kevin Bohannon that said that he saw the potential for you to be a starter next season. Is that something you have your eyes on?
Yes, sir. That is what I'm planning to do. That's what I really want to do. But ultimately, I'll do whatever the team needs me to do. But yes, sir, I'm gonna definitely try and fight for a starting role next year.
Next year is going to be a pretty much a completely new team. When you look at the guys that are leaving and draft eligible, the seniors. I guess there are some guys that are waiting on the NCAA ruling, 5 seasons, 5 years type thing that could still give them the negotiating chip, and so they may not have to be go in the draft this year. But for the most part, there's going to be a lot of new players on next year's team. With you returning, does that change the way you kind of have to see yourself as a like a leader, as a spokesperson on this team for next season?
I guess you could say that. Thinking back to when I was a freshman, and the older guys that were here when I got here, like the Gage Woods, the Christian Fauches, the McIntyres, the Coyles, guys like that. Ben Bybee. I mean, all these guys are really good dudes, and they're Razorbacks through and through. And you look at the way that, I kind of looked up to them and they helped me through things. And yeah, I think definitely next year I'm going to have to step up and be more of a leader, more vocal. Just because, someone has to. And there's not like you said, there's not going to be as many guys from this year's team returning. So I think it's definitely up to the guys that were here this year to carry over the work and the mindset that Razorbacks have, and just keep the culture the way it is.
Still Eve's with us, thanks to Stephen Elmore Shelter Insurance. Still, when you were talking about last year not having much of a role as a freshman, and then seeing your role change, expand this year, I wonder, can you help the freshmen? Have you helped the some of the freshman pitchers? We saw 2 of them come in and pitch the final game against Kansas and look good. I got to think their role could be expanded next year also, but it can be tough as a freshman and not getting to the opportunities to pitch. Have you been able to help those guys, or can you help those guys?
I'd say the biggest thing for me from my freshman year and sophomore year that I keep trying to tell like the freshmen from this year is you just got to learn how to get these older batters out. It's not like high school where you can just strike everyone out with a fastball that's over 90 and a good curveball or something. These guys are really good, and if you miss over the plate, they're going to hit that thing. And I think that's just the biggest part of, the biggest difference between high school and college. It's just your margin for error is a lot smaller. And I think over the course of the season, they got better and they showed up every day to the field wanting to get better. And I definitely think that next year they're going to have a bigger role, and they're going to have to. That's just the way it works. But I think going to summer ball and getting consistent innings against older guys will be, very crucial. And then, come back in the fall and do the same thing and show the coaches that you got better, and that's just how it goes.
Who is it that's going to be gone? It's going to be weird not seeing them in the dugout or in the clubhouse.
Parker Coyle is he's probably my best friend. I hope he can come back maybe if they do the 5-5 rule, but if not, he'll probably get drafted. And like Gackle and Dietz. Like Dietz was my roommate this whole season, so that's definitely going to be that was sad whenever he left, and McIlvain too. Just all everyone that's leaving, you're going to miss all the guys. But I'm excited for next year's team, and I think that the guys that we're bringing back are going to be good.
What do you think of Dietz's performance on Saturday?
I think Dietz went out there and gave us everything he had. I think he did really good. It just, got to him at the end. I think that was honestly one of his better performances, even though he gave up 4 or 5 earned runs. There's a few errors. There was a play that wasn't counted as an error, but ended up being an earned run for him. And you just go back and look, and he threw 120 pitches or so. And he held us stuff the entire time and gave us a shot to win that game.
Yeah, career high 14 strikeouts. I mean, dude was dealing, and I think he got worn out the last inning, and they got to him a little bit, and made one mistake. And Kansas hit it out of the park for a 2-run shot. That's the tough thing about pitching. You can be freaking awesome and make one mistake, and they make you pay for it, and it hurts the line or the game in this case.
Yes, sir. That's just how it goes, and it's just part of it. So we got to deal with, and it's not like it's kind of the opposite of being a hitter, where if you're a hitter and you fail 7 out of 10 times, like you're still hitting 300, and that's really good. But if you're a pitcher and you're failing 7 out of 10 times, you're probably not going to be pitching very much.
No. How bad is it though when you make a good pitch and the hitter just freaking dumps it out in the outfield or gets a hit off of it? Because there were some good pitches that Kansas hit this weekend. I was like, wow, man, that was pretty good location right there.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is you'll throw a really good pitch and, they'll get a hit. And then you'll throw like a really crappy pitch right down the middle and they'll fly out or something. So it all adds up in the end, but it definitely sucks when it happens in the moment. But, when that happens, you just got to, lock in and try to minimize. Even though you kind of won the battle, we like to say, like, you make someone flare off or hit a 15-hopper through the infield, like, you won the battle, but it's just tough sometimes. It's not fair sometimes, and you just got to lock in and, focus.
Did your family make it up to Kansas, to Lawrence for the regional?
They did. My mom and dad came.
Any war stories you heard from them, horror stories?
Yeah, I heard that they were, like, throwing beer cans and all type of stuff, beer everywhere on our fans, on our parents. Yeah, I never really got dumped with anything because I was in the bullpen, but I did hear that, like, a few people got hit in the face with beer cans and stuff.
Wasn't your family?
That's about it. That's all I've really heard.
Wasn't your parents?
Do what?
They didn't get hit, though.
Oh, I don't think so, no, sir.
Okay. Yeah, heard the same stories, and it was pretty wild scene and unfortunate, too. I think it was pretty dumb move by whoever decided it would be a good idea to put the Kansas student section right next to the Razorback baseball team's family section. Just doesn't seem like, that's going to work out. Just seems like there's going to be an issue.
It's probably not very smart.
No, it's not. Still, I really appreciate all season long you coming on and hanging out with us on Out of Bounds. It's been a lot of fun. You've been a lot of fun, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the opportunity and having me on.
Yeah. Hey, best of luck this summer, and we'll catch up with you next season.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Thank you, Steele. Later. Steele Eves.
Steele Eves on Out of Bounds is brought to you by Stephen Elmore with Shelter Insurance.
Pretty cool right there. I'm glad we could have Steele this season and talk a little baseball with him. I know a lot of people appreciated it. And Steele was always a good sport. It wasn't always, a great Monday or Tuesday following a rough weekend, kind of like this, but he always did a good job handling it. And I appreciate that. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our first hour. We'll take some phone calls when we come back. 661-1037. 661-1037. That is the same number to the Middleton Heat and Air text line if you would rather text us. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
The Little Rock Trojans are in the Super Regional for the first time. Join the Zone tomorrow from 10 to 1 at Brewski's Pub and Grub in Lakewood Village for a preview of the series with Troy.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russell is your headquarters for pool and spa chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is ready to get your pool balanced and swim ready with Pool Life and Baquasil Pool Chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is also a proud dealer of Polywood Outdoor Furniture, Climate Tough Materials, Color Stay Technology, and the 20-year warranty. If you're thinking about a hot tub, they have the amazing Caldera hot tubs in stock on their showroom floor. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oakland Racing Casino Resort, is now available in Arkansas. FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. FanDuel in Arkansas has you covered. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for the bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. FanDuel, in partnership with Oakland Racing Casino Resort. More options, better payouts, all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA and Oakland Racing Casino Resort. 21 plus and present in Arkansas. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a declaration of savings at Bradford Marine and ATV locations during the Great American Boat Sale. To honor America, Bradford Marine and ATV has savings up to $7,076 on select models like Tracker, Suntracker, Nitro, Tahoe, and Ranger boats. Plus, to salute our nation's 250 years, get a free $250 Bass Pro gift card. Hurry in to Bradford Marine and ATV to celebrate independence at the Great American Boat Sale. Going on now. Visit BradfordMarine.com, your authorized Tracker dealer.
There's nothing better than calling the Hogs with your fellow Razorback fans. Now's the time to start making lasting family memories with the Hogs by joining the Razorback Foundation. Annual memberships start as low as $50 per year. The financial support provided by Razorback Foundation members makes a once-in-a-lifetime experience possible for more than 465 student athletes. Your gifts provide scholarships, academic support, training in nutrition, as well as professional and personal development assistance. Razorback Foundation members earn access to season tickets, priority seating and parking, tailgating, invitations to exclusive coaches and player events, as well as discounts to local restaurants and Hog Heaven stores. Your support will help the Razorbacks continue the path of success and bring home even more SEC and national championships. Text JOIN to 479-349-4313 or visit RazorbackFoundation.com for more information. That's JOIN to 479-349-4313. Can't wait to see you on the hill. Go Hogs!
What's on tap? Brought to you by Flyway Brewing. It's always open season at Flyway Brewing, serving 2 Central Arkansas locations, North Little Rock, and now open in Breckenridge Village. Check out current promotions at flywaybrewing.com. Flyway Brewing. Follow the migration. We encourage you to wet your beak responsibly.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your.
Got some good news to pass along to everybody. Joe got this press release this morning. I'm excited. Saracen is proud to announce the opening of the hotel.
Oh.
The new 14-story hotel features 318 guest rooms and suites, luxe accommodations, paired with elevated amenities, and the Southern hospitality customers have come to expect. You can now book reservations for Saracen's Hotel, 870-686-9001, 870-686-9001.
Went there about 3 weeks ago and saw that they were putting the finishing touches, but it's a great-looking building right there behind Casino. And, can't wait to get in there and spend some time in the hotel.
You know, I drove down to Louisiana last weekend, and, you go right by there. When you're heading down to Tallulah in that area, you go right by Saracen. And it's just, you round that corner, bam, there it is. You're like, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's impressive. Now, the unfortunate thing when you're coming back, because I was like, I'm going to take a picture of this. I want to tweet this out. This looks awesome. When you're on the interstate or the highway, the concrete barrier is so high, you can't see it.
On the opposite side.
Yeah, on the opposite side. When you're going south, you can see it, but when you're coming back towards Little Rock, the barrier's in the way, and I couldn't get a good picture to take and to tweet it out. But, yeah, exciting news for Saracen. I know they have been working hard on this, and they didn't cut any costs and wanted to make sure this thing is elite, best of the best. And so they got it, and it's done. I cannot wait to get down there and check it out.
Exciting times for sure.
Yep, make it a weekend. Let's go down to Rick. What's up, Rick? How are you?
Hey, it's good. It's good to talk to y'all again. And 'cause most of the time, y'all are right on. I don't need to call in, y'all. But now I'm going to call in, and I want to stay on until y'all can figure it. Okay, so Ted Cruz and the other boy and Congress, they starting to figure it out and want to make some NIL, for the NCAA and NIL and transport, portal, and all that. Which I'm sure they got some more work to do to make everybody. But why is the SEC and the Big Ten, because they can spend as much money as they can, but Arkansas can't, and a lot of them other schools can't. Why or they would be against some of these rules that they're promoting?
I'll tell you why.
I think it sounds.
You want me to tell you?
Answer that one.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, Tim, is money.
Yeah, it's the TV contract. They want the suggestion is for whatever this Congress, what is it called, the CPS or CSP, whatever, is to take all the TV money and share it among the conferences equally. And the SEC and the Big Ten's like, whoa, wait a minute, because we have the biggest contracts, because we have the most people watching our games, because we have the most popular teams and the best teams, we have the ratings that demand these kind of contracts. And you want us to take our money that we've earned and give to the new Pac-12, the Mountain West, the ACC. Nobody's watching their games. So why should they profit off of us and our popularity?
I'm talking about these 2 or 3 big conferences. The 2 big conferences, as they say, Big Ten and maybe a little bit of the ACC. But why would the regular schools that can't like us, or middle of the pack or lower, why wouldn't this be good for us? And I ain't even seen none of our big-time guys, Cotton and our big-time guys come out and say anything. Why would that not be good for the mediocre big-time schools?
Well, Rick, right now Arkansas is getting, what was it, $55 million, $57 million from the SEC, and mainly that's because of TV contracts. Now, all of a sudden, you're spreading that money out and sharing that TV money with everybody out there. Then Arkansas may only get $25 million. So you want to take $25, $22 million away from their budget in a time where they're trying to put together every penny and dime they can find? That's why.
I guess it's just straight money. But y'all some really smart. What's the answer then? What can we do?
I'm not that
the
smart,
rich
Rick.
get richer and the poor get poorer.
I'm not that smart. Rick, we appreciate the call. I mean, there are some certain things you can do that I think are no-brainers, like unlimited transfers. You got to get rid of that. And all of a sudden, if a player's not a free agent every single year, then that's going to help a little bit on the cost so that you're not bidding on free agents every single year and the cost just keeps going up and up. I did see part of this Congress thing was what is the word called? I'm looking for. It's not union, but it's anyway. It would create an antitrust so that you could have, like the NFL, the NBA, a salary cap.
Right.
Right now, you can't do it because there will be a lawsuit. But if they give them that designation, then all of a sudden, you could, put in place a conference could, NCAA could, a salary cap.
Yeah, and it needs to be something that it encompasses all of college football and not just conferences can control what they want to control, because then it's still not a union. It's still nobody's uniform.
Yeah, you would have the Big Ten say, all right, we'll put a $30 million salary cap. The SEC said, well, we'll do a 35 then.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back and do, it would have to be
going back
across. Hour number 2 coming up next, we have Richard Davenport, the recruiting guy. And we'll hear from Tag Andrews, Little Rock Trojans closer. Stick around. Much more coming up next. It's Out of Bounds.
It's the Hustler Summer Sizzler happening now at Cabot Outdoors. Save big this summer with up to $2,000 off select Hustler zero-turn mowers. Grab the X-Ride 60-inch and save $2,000. Enjoy 0% financing for 42 months with approved credit. Payments as low as $330 a month. And don't miss Hustler Raptor deals. Get $250 off or score a free DeWalt tool. Sale ends July 31st. Cabot Outdoors, your source for Hustler and DeWalt equipment. Get mowing today. Online at cabotoutdoors.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oakroom Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
When you want to know the score, it's on KABC Little Rock.
He's open, complete at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
103.7 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
A growing trend among young people is causing concerns across the nation and here in Arkansas. Teen takeovers draw hundreds, if not thousands, of people to one area through social media. In some cases, these gatherings have led to fights, property damage, and shootings. Police in Hot Springs say these takeovers are illegal and end with teenagers arrested or hurt. Officials say they recently prevented one from taking place. Police in Little Rock, Benton, Bryan, and Maumelle say they are also monitoring this trend but have not had any issues right now. In other news, the Little Rock Port Authority opens its new rail depot. A celebration was held for the grand opening of a $3.5 million facility. It will serve as home base for railroad crews and provide dedicated storage for locomotives and other equipment. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Hope you have a great Thursday, everyone.
This is Trey Reed inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me Tuesday nights at 7 for The Wild Side.
Brought to you by Edwards Food Giant, Trader Bill's Outdoors, Battery Outfitters, Tammy Chase Insurance, Crane Chevrolet, and Flyway Brewing.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
A 30% chance of rain showers today, maybe a thunderstorm. Otherwise, just mostly cloudy, muggy, and a high of 84 degrees. Tonight, warm and muggy, mostly cloudy, down to 68. Tomorrow, warmer up to 87 with a very slight chance of a shower, maybe a thunderstorm in the afternoon. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
U.S. Truck Accessories presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show from U.S. Truck Accessories in Conway and Searcy. Your #1 Central Arkansas source for camper shells, bed covers, spray-in bed liners, and more. Veteran owned since 2002. Online at ustruckaccessories.net.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Stephen Elmore or give him a call at 501-537-0959.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos has not moved yet. They're still rocking right here in the Little Rock River Market. Dueling Pianos upstairs, DJs downstairs with food and drinks every week. Reserve and learn more at WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Come and get your Willie on.
Join the zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday, as Justin and Phil give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level. And be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Ever wonder what bugs do when you're not looking? With Bugtopia at the Little Rock Zoo, the world beneath your feet gets big. Like really big. Meet the bugs that pollinate, build, and buzz our planet to life, up close and larger than ever. Bugtopia, crawling into the Little Rock Zoo March 21st through September 20th. It's wonder magnified and included with your zoo admission. Learn more at littlerockzoo.com.
Attention! If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Down south, a handshake means something, and we let our actions do the talking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is rooted in Southern tradition and grit. Southern-born and raised and Arkansas-based, Brad Hendricks is named a Mid-South super lawyer year after year. So for car and big truck wrecks, medical malpractice, wrongful death, bankruptcy, and Social Security claims, his law firm produces results. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Southern roots, serious results.
U.S. Truck Accessories salutes all active military and veterans. Now through July 4th, U.S. Truck Accessories is paying your sales tax in honor of your service. From bed liners and trailer hitches to steps, grill guards, bumpers, and lift kits, if it's for your truck, they've got it. With professional installation you can trust. With 2 convenient locations in Conway and Searcy, U.S. Truck Accessories is your truck parts superstore. Veteran owned and operated. Visit them online at ustruckaccessories.net.
Pat Bradley joins Randy and Rick each week, courtesy of Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs, where you can get a 20-foot Salem starting at $14,990 during their 2026 liquidation sale. Find them online at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
But now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo-babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too busy once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down. We playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem. You just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock myself.
It's time for your Razor Hog update. And it's not often we have breaking news during the Razorback update, but we do today, just out there. DJ Gasso, Arkansas assistant softball coach, hitting coach for the softball team, is leaving Arkansas. He's going to be the head coach at Tulsa. So big move for DJ Gasso, big loss for Arkansas softball.
Knew it was going to be a matter of time before he got a head coaching opportunity.
No doubt. I mean, and it just makes sense for him to go somewhere in Oklahoma with his mom, the legendary coach there at OU. It's kind of like we talk about with Hobbs and Thompson. It's just a matter of time. You're just hoping to keep on to them as long as possible. DJ Gasso is heading to Tulsa to be their head coach.
And that's going to be some fun matchups to look forward to, him taking on his mom, because you know they're going to make that happen.
I bet he plays Arkansas too.
Yeah, for sure.
At some point. Just kind of makes sense. Also had Ethan McIlvain. This news came out today. He is on the Stopper of the Year award list. He is a finalist, one of 14 finalists for the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association Stopper of the Year. Goes to the nation's top relief pitcher. McIlvain was 6-0 this year, 1.03 ERA, 6 saves, 35 innings, 19 relief appearances, and 1 start. Let's see. He was all SEC also. But let's see. Florida State, Georgia, Cal Poly, Oregon, Texas, Texas A&M, North Carolina, Liberty, UCLA, Jacksonville State, Arkansas, UCLA, Oregon State, and Nebraska. Those are your the schools where your Stopper of the Year award finalists come from. The winner will be announced at a press conference June 12th at the College World Series. So congratulations to Ethan McIlvain. Somebody wrote in on the D3 Auto Sales. Somebody wrote in on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Who would be some of the guys that are losing off this year's team that will hurt? And, well, you can start with McIlvain and Hunter Dietz and Ryder Helfrich, Camden Kojal. Those are big shoes to fill. The entire outfield most likely is gone. I think Mike Anu and Damian Ruiz, I think they're fifth-year seniors, and there's no chance that they come back. Same with Ryan Stewart. I think those three are all out of eligibility. I'll have to look into it a little bit more about the 5-5 guys, if that is passed, who could come back. And you're mainly looking at some seniors and juniors, good juniors, that maybe – Nolan Souza comes to mind. Not a great junior campaign, could be drafted. And if he's drafted, you would think, I got to go, because you have at least some, negotiation power right now. If they pass the 5-5, then Souza could come back for his senior year, have a much better year, get drafted higher, get a bit better signing bonus, and he would still have that power of saying, well, I could always come back for a 5th year.
Yeah.
For that, we don't know what they're going to call the 5th-year guys, maybe 5th-year guys, maybe grad students or grad seniors. That terminology will still be worked out, but we've got to wait and see what that happens. And hopefully surely that legislation will be passed here soon so that guys can make a decision like these baseball players before they end up signing.
That'd be great to have multiple options and not just be limited.
Mm-hmm. Richard Davenport joins us now, the recruiting guy for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette and WholeHogSports.com. RD, do you know anything? What's the word on that 5-5? When are they looking at passing that?
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've tuned stuff out until or whatever. There's so much going on, especially with the hearings in D.C. this week, and I don't pay that much attention to the situation right now with everything going on as far as potential world changes or anything like that until it happens. But now with what's going on in D.C., are they talking about the 5-5, or is that part of the process? If that bill is, goes forward, I don't know.
Well, I'll ask you about something I know you know about, and that is this past weekend. And there were the big weekend that the Razorback football team hosting a bunch of recruits.
Yeah, I had 20 kids in for official visits over the weekend, and they got 2 commitments, punter and kicker. You know, a lot of people, some people get excited about that. For the most part, fans are looking for a little bit, higher profile positions. It was a very productive weekend. I think you're going to see some other commitments coming out of there. I think James Stewart, defensive tackle out of Tennessee, he visited, and I think are in good shape with him. Elijah Shaw, a 6'9", 290-pound offensive out of the Kansas City area, visited, and I think Arkansas stands in good shape with him. He said he was going to visit Wisconsin this weekend. We'll see what happens. And interesting about him is that for whatever reason, I was just thinking, this sounds familiar. This name sounds familiar, especially when he was talking about his brother. His brother, Aiden Shaw, played for Missouri and just wrapped up his career at Rutgers, BC. And anyway, and he talked about being from a basketball family. When his sister, Aubrey, was recruited by Arkansas along with Aiden, as far as the men's basketball. And I wrote about those guys. Butler, she back in 2020, and I'd forgotten all about it. And you just never know. So that 6 years ago, Elijah would be about 11 years old. But I think, like I said, I think Arkansas is him, and he's a 4-star prospect, and James Stewart, the defensive tackle, who I think Arkansas is in good shape with, is a consensus 3-star. But and then they got 15 more guys coming in this weekend, so it's going to be continue to be a busy weekend.
Who are some of those guys that are coming in this weekend that are already projected to come in?
Quarterback Colton Nussmeier, obviously his brother. Some people may not know, but his brother was the quarterback at LSU last year, Garrett. He's coming in. He's a 2027 4-star by all 3 recruiting services, to be honest with you. Rated as high as the number 4 quarterback in the country. But he'll be coming in. He visited TCU over the weekend. And then you got Hunter Haig, who's a 4-star safety out of Spring Branch, Texas. He visited for the spring game, 6'2", 205. He's run like a 10, I think a high 10.5. So he's definitely way up in our more safety position. But he's got a top 5 of Arkansas, TCU, Texas Tech, and Oklahoma State. And then Brady Knowles, a receiver, a big receiver, 6'5", about 200 pounds of it, South Lake Carroll High School in Texas. He'll be coming in. He also visited TCU over the weekend, visited Illinois back in April, but he's a big target for Arkansas. His dad was in the country in tennis doubles back in the early 2000s. His brother's currently quarterback at Georgia Tech. But and then Stanley Peters is a cornerback out of Mississippi, who it's basically down to Arkansas, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Houston. So those are just a few of the teams coming in this weekend.
Are there any position groups that they seem to be targeting for these upcoming classes, or are they heavy on one side of the ball or another? Is there a pattern there?
I mean, they're evenly spread out as far as the positions of quarterback, receiver, running back. I mean, you already got that identity to them as far as running back out of Maryland.
We're going to get Richard back on here. Phone was breaking up as it was, and then we lost him. So we'll see if we can't get a better connection. Did see, speaking of Jeremiah Dent, he took a visit to Colorado and posted some pictures. I got a little nervous, you know. You got to commit posting and going on other visits. And then soon after, I guess like a day or two later, he was at the University of Arkansas, and he was posting pictures from there and seemed like he was all in. And now he's retweeting other recruits who were on the visit this weekend with him, encouraging them to jump on board to come to Arkansas. And even there was a big-time running back that Arkansas was hosting. And Jeremiah retweeted him and was like, come on, this would be a great backfield. What a great combination you and I would be. And so I thought that was good to see from Jeremiah Dent. Richard, I was talking about Jeremiah Dent and his visit to Colorado. It made me nervous, but then I saw he was at Arkansas. It looked like he was having a ton of fun, and now he's retweeting other recruits, including a big-time running back, hoping that, you know, he can encourage him to join him at Arkansas to create a really good backfield.
Yeah, he's talking about Asa Barnes, who as you mentioned, visited over the weekend, about 5'11", 205 pounds, out of Martin, Tennessee. He's supposed to visit Tennessee and USC in the coming weeks, but I think Arkansas is in pretty good shape. I really do. I mean, anytime you have a Tennessee kid visiting Tennessee, you know that, and obviously Southern Cal speaks for itself. So they're going up against some very good competition for him. But Coach David Johnson, the running backs coach, I really like him, and it seemed like, you know, what I've heard from kids. It seems like just like a down-to-earth type guy that just really connects not only with the kids but with the parents.
Richard, is there anyone that visited last weekend that you're anticipating a commitment?
Say again?
Is there anyone that visited last weekend that you anticipate a commitment coming?
Oh, well, I mean, I think, I'm not going to say the commitment's coming, but the James Stewart, the defensive tackle out of Tennessee, he's a guy that I think Arkansas, after the visit, is in really good shape with. And the offensive tackle, Elijah Shaw from the Kansas City area, the 6'9", 290 guy. I think they're in real good shape with both of those guys. If I was going to say the possibility of commitments, those are two that come off the top of my head. But there's some others that I think they're in good shape with too. So we'll see. But if I was going to mention two that, as far as possibilities, I would probably put them at the front.
They did get two commitments last weekend from some specialists.
Right, kicker and punter. Declan Ham, a punter out of Texas. Texas A&M was on him pretty good, but Arkansas offered him, and A&M had not. But I think his relationship with Dakota Tillman, assistant special teams coordinator, along with Chad Lunsford, special teams coordinator, really helped. I mean, he raved about those guys. But so right now, I mean, you have to say, as far as the special, they're done. So that was a very good weekend for Arkansas there to get that out of the way and get it out of the way after the first visit weekend.
Is it of concern that they didn't get any more commitments after, because a lot of times a kid will visit and commit right after, or even commit in person and announce it when he gets off campus. Is there a concern for that?
No, because some of these kids have already set announcement dates. So, a lot of them, quite a few of them that visited over the weekend have set commitment dates, and a few of them come in July, and some come on 4th of July. 4th of July is usually a busy day, or could be a busy day for commitments. It has been in the past, and I think a lot of kids like to do that, and have maybe a family get together and announce their decision in front of their family, and that seems to be the case again this year.
Richard Davenport is with us, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. RD, let's talk a little basketball because actually John Calipari was on the morning show this morning. But I wanted to ask you about one of the guys that they're looking at for – he's a 2027 guy, but there is talk of him possibly reclassifying, and that's Davion Thompson. I know Coach Calipari, I think it was Joe Tipton that reported he was down in Mexico at the under-18 games down there watching him play courtside, and he's going to announce – I think it's next week, right?
June 10th, yeah.
Yeah. Down to 5. I think it's Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Michigan, or is it 4? Baylor is one of them.
I think it's 4. I think you just mentioned them, but Davion, he visited he's visited Arkansas twice. His first visit was last year for the exhibition games against Cincinnati. That was before he got an offer. A few days after that visit, he got an offer from Arkansas, and later on he visited again. I think, obviously you're not going down to Mexico if you don't think that you're in the running for it, for his commitment. And, there's talk of him reclassifying. Usually when there's talk of reclassification, more times than not, they do reclassify. Not always, but it's my experience. I would say more times than not, they do reclassify. So he could be that guard that jumps on and is part of the 26 class, and is that the guy that Coach Cal has talked about, a big and possibly a guard. Well, I think he's the guard that Arkansas and be a part of the team in the fall. But he's a guy that could play either guard position, and I think last I saw he was shooting over 50% from 3, so the dude can light it up, obviously.
I think that would be a huge addition because I looking at the roster makeup, I'm a little worried about the lack of depth at the 1 and the 2, and I feel like they need one more guy there, and especially a shooter. They need to replace Malik Thomas in that 3-point shooting, and if they can A, sign this guy, and then B, he reclassifies, I think it's a big get for Calipari.
Yeah, he's a top 25 prospect in the country, and some have him as a 5-star, and he was the first ever sophomore named Mr. Illinois Illinois by the Chicago Sun-Times, first ever as a sophomore. So that says a lot right there. When you're a sophomore and no other sophomore in the history of Illinois has been named Mr. Basketball, and you're the first one. That's strong.
June 10th, you said, right?
June 10th, yeah.
It's a week from next Wednesday. So
next Wednesday or third, yeah.
Yeah, could be big for Arkansas. Richard, we appreciate it. Could be a big weekend for the football team. We'll keep an eye on your Twitter feed, seeing what all happens. Thank you for jumping on.
All right, we'll see you guys. See you next week.
Richard Davenport, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. When we come back,
strategist and host of the Sunday Buzz, Bill Vickery, gets in the mix with the guys on Morning Mayhem, courtesy of Arkansas's best Chevy dealers, Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is SportsCenter.
The New York Knicks took Game 1 of the NBA Finals in San Antonio against the Spurs, 105-95 last night. Jalen Brunson led the way for the Knicks with 30 points, including 13 in the fourth. New York was down 14 points in the second half, but finished the game with an 11-0 run. This was the Knicks' 12th consecutive playoff win, making them only the third team to do that in a single season. Victor Wembanyama led the way for the Spurs with 26 points, but only shot 6 of 21 from the field. The Spurs as a team were held to only 36% shooting. Game 2 is tomorrow night at 7:30 on ABC. We also get a Game 2 on the ice in the Stanley Cup Final. The Vegas Golden Knights look to take a 2-0 lead against the Carolina Hurricanes in Carolina tonight at 7 on ABC. I'm Moose with the Buzz Radio Network.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you think CertaPro Painters, you probably think interior and exterior painting for homes and commercial properties, which we do beautifully. But did you know that we're more than just paint? CertaPro also provides expert carpentry, sheetrock repairs, deck and fence staining, and durable garage and patio concrete coatings. Whether you're refreshing your home, upgrading a commercial space, or restoring outdoor areas, we deliver professional results with the quality and service you expect. Call CertaPro Painters today or schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's certainty.
Golf is a game of precision and power. Every detail matters. The same must be true for luxury. Genesis delivers with every stroke of craftsmanship, every stitch of quality, and every surge of performance. During the Genesis Signature event, get 0.99% financing on a new GB80 or GB70. Experience the Genesis GB80 or GB80 Coupe for yourself at Genesis of Conway. The future of luxury today.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Coming up Thursday, wide open show just for you. We'll talk to Neil Atkinson from Bed Saracen. Trey Biddy thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. Kevin Hoop Scoop McPherson from Hogville.net. That gives us plenty of time to answer your calls throughout the show. Join us from 4 to 7 on 1037 The Buzz.
Out of Bounds on 1037 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union studios. TruService Credit Union, your headquarters for auto loans. With TruService, no payments for 60 days and rates starting as low as 3.99 APR on new, used, or refinance your current auto loan. TruService.net for pre-approval. Your auto loan experts.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Westmore and Joe Franklin. Little Rock Trojans will begin the Super Regional play tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock. Hey, there's going to be a watch party out at Walk-Ons in West Little Rock. In fact, Randy Rainwater and Drive Time Sports will be out there live tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
And it'll lead right into the game, almost.
Yeah. We will,
so
of course.
Crowd should be there during drive time.
So drive time, is on the air here. We've got the Trojans on Buzz 2. So if you want to listen to the Trojans, Buzz 2. Watch the Trojans on TV or go out to Walk-Ons and enjoy the big crowd out there tomorrow, 4 o'clock watch party. They are practicing right now. So I had to talk to Tag Andrews before. I had him on More Sports not too long ago. Tag is the Little Rock Trojans closer. He is from Maumelle. Pitched, he signed with the Razorbacks, did not get to pitch for the Razorbacks last year. He redshirted and then decided to transfer out and go somewhere where he could pitch and get on the mound and get the innings he deserved or needed to show what he is capable of doing. Like I said, I sat down with Tag a little earlier, and one of the first things that I asked him was, how did it feel to be going to the Hattiesburg Regional? All 6,000 Southern Miss fans going into hostile territory and knocking those guys off.
It was awesome. Going into a rowdy crowd at Southern Miss, we knew it was going to be tough. We knew it was going to be hot. But, we had a great weekend, and it's just awesome. All the guys we got, the coaches, it was a really surreal feeling. It was tough, but, it was great. It really was.
Friday's game was awesome. I mean, you came through in a big-time moment there in the 8th and 9th inning. just what was that like, in front of all those Southern Miss fans? It's almost David and Goliath, you guys against the world.
It was rowdy for sure. The fans definitely let us know the presence, especially down in that pen. But, that's why you do it. Southern Miss, it was a great ballpark. They were a great team. But it was exciting to go in there and be able to do that, have my teammates back and, gave up the go-ahead bomb, the top of the 8th there. But, my teammates had my back, and I was able to, have theirs in the 9th and be able to close it out. It was great.
So what's going on in the dugout in the 9th while your teammates are scoring those runs for you?
Coach Lee, we're getting with each other. He's telling me, make sure I finish my pitches, because, just being able to be capable of going back out there, having the right mindset, not letting outside factors get in my head. And he was just like, hey, your guys came through, go out there and go finish it for them. It was an exciting atmosphere. I wouldn't say, we let the pressure get to us for sure. It was great.
I talked to Coach Lee today on the Buzz, and he said you are the Pit Bull. What do you think of that little nickname?
I think that's a cool nickname to have. I think that, it probably represents me well, not being the biggest guy, but, just being able to go out there and get it done.
Tag, this is your first year at Little Rock. Has it lived up to what your expectations were when you committed to Little Rock?
Coming in, I saw the regional berth last year. I saw all the noise they made, and I was excited coming in. And Coach Curry always preached that we have a championship squad. We got a squad that can do some dangerous things. And going into the postseason, we knew it was going to be tough. We knew it was going to be a battle. Especially after losing that first or one of those games in Marion, Illinois, for the conference tournament. But just really trusting the coaching staff and all of that. I think it has really come to light, like seeing what Coach Curry preached all year, like telling me what it was going to be, telling me what it was going to be like. And it really has been awesome. So I think that it definitely has exceeded the expectations that I had, but, I definitely had high expectations going into it.
What led you to Little Rock and to make that decision?
So I grew up in the area, and obviously Coach Lee was from the area. And I went to high school with his younger cousin. So there was a relationship there. I knew him. I knew all the things that he did. And, I always kind of looked up to him and went to him for lessons and whatnot as a kid. So I knew who Coach Lee was, and I knew that, he would be able to develop me and get me to the point I wanted to be at. And I heard great things about Coach Curry and Coach Parker. And, I went to camps at Little Rock as a kid. So, I knew the program. But, I think what brought me in was really just the coaching staff and seeing the product that they always put out. And, I wanted to be a part of that.
I'm curious about your decision to leave Arkansas and to enter the portal. Was that difficult for you? An Arkansas kid dreaming of playing for the Razorbacks?
Definitely difficult for sure. I went up there as a raw talent kind of guy. I had the tools, but maybe not the full product at that point. And, I knew I needed to get out and get some development for sure. And I knew Little Rock would provide that. It was definitely tough. I mean, I built a lot of great relationships up there. Carson Wiggins, one of my better friends, going to be in his wedding here in a few months. And some great coaches up there, Coach Bell and Coach Hobbs, preach great things. But, I think I knew I needed to get out and, bet on myself. And so, that's what I did and definitely made the right decision.
I have Steel Eves on the Buzz every week, and he was singing.
Steel Eves he's the man. Love Steel Eves.
Yeah, we were talking about the Trojans. He's like, man, I'm keeping up with them. I tagged one of my friends, man. I gotta see what they're doing.
No, he's the man for sure.
All right, let me ask you about this weekend, the Super Regionals. What's the mindset? I mean, Coach Curry told us last night, it's like house money. Let's go. Keep playing free and easy and doing what you've been doing. Is that kind of what you guys are planning on?
Yeah, I think that's why we've been able to have so much success lately is, we're a bunch of guys that not necessarily, we have it's house money. That that's what it is at the end of the day. We're playing loose. We don't have anything to lose. And all the guys are. I think the bigger the atmosphere, the bigger the moments. I think our hitters have been doing amazing lately. Like Jerdy Lopez, Nolan Friend, guys that Blake Simpson just playing out of their minds lately. And I think that it's just we're able to play free. We're not stressed. We don't have anything on the line. We're just out here trying to play good baseball. And I think that's the mindset is just, go 1-0 on the day. That's what Coach Curry preaches. Go 1-0. Just, play the game clean, play the game clean, play it smooth, and, good things will happen.
How's it feel to be playing another weekend and being one of 16 teams that are left?
It's a crazy feeling. Today practice, we talked, don't let the moment get too big. Don't let the pressure start building now. We're in a super regional. It's a 3-game series, so we just got to win 2. We got to play our ball game, and it's definitely going to be a lot easier on the pitching staff than it has been the past 2 weeks in tournament play. So it's exciting. We're going to be able to play loose, and I think we got the guys that will be able to go out there and put a good product out on the field, and see what happens.
How's your arm? I mean, because I saw you during the OVC tournament, game after game after game. By the way, the tournament MVP, congratulations. And once again, there it's Southern Miss game after game. And I got to think you were getting ready for game 3 if you were needed. How are you?
So I've been telling people lately, I've been living off adrenaline and naps. Definitely glad, I got a few days to, rest up and get ready for this weekend. But yeah, it's been tough, but if they want to give me the ball and they trust me to do it, I'm going to go out there and do it, no matter how I feel. Nobody cares.
What goes first? Is it your arm, your legs, your core? What starts to, weaken on you when I'm starting to lose it a little bit?
For me, I think it might be a core thing. I think the arm at this point is just like, it's as good as it's going to be. That's what I've been telling the bullpen coach lately. Like, hey, you can tell the coaches I'm hot. But whatever I got in the tank, it's whatever I got.
How many games you have in you this weekend?
3. I got 3 in me. Whatever we need, I got it.
Because this was a little different from you. You were watching Sunday as as you get Brady Bundy gets the final out. What was that like for you?
It was awesome. I will say that's probably one of the most anxious I've ever been. I trusted Brody. I knew he was going to do it, but man, I was nervous. I was excited to get that game over with and celebrate with the guys.
Were you in the pen or in the dugout?
I was in the bullpen at that point.
So you had the long run in to celebrate with everybody else.
I did. I definitely did, but wouldn't trade it for the world.
That was awesome. And you got a lot of people in Little Rock, Central Arkansas, heck, the state jumping on board, rooting you guys on this weekend. Tag, best of luck. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good stuff there. Tag Andrews, Little Rock Trojans relief pitcher, closer. He is a Maumelle product, local guy. Another one, just great guy on this team. That's full of them, and makes it easy to root for. And soon, I keep saying, if they win 2 more and go to Omaha, the world's going to find out about this team. And I want to say the underdog role will, evaporate, but they'll still be an underdog, even if they go to Omaha. They'll be looked upon as Little Rock, this little team from Arkansas.
Yeah, great for Tag, too, to get back close to home and have the success he's having.
This from ESPN's PR department. A record-setting start to the road to Omaha. ESPN delivered its most-watched NCAA baseball regional round on record. It was up 38% from last year. And the 3 games that they noted in their tweet, Tennessee, VCU, when Tennessee got upset, 804,000 viewers. Auburn, and I don't know who their mascot is. Their game, 659,000. Arkansas, Kansas, 560,000. peak of 674,000 people watching it. But the ESPN over-the-air stream, 38% up year to year, most watched regional ever. And it just shows you the popularity of college baseball continues to grow year after year. ESPN's a big part of it. Years ago, heck, you'd have maybe a couple of games televised. And now with streaming, every game, every regional, well, heck, every baseball game period is televised or streamed. But now with all their different platforms, they're televising more and more and more games. You see the popularity of college baseball going up. And now, thanks to the Major League Baseball and shortening the draft, getting rid of the rookie ball, more and more guys are returning to college. And now when they get drafted, they're getting up to the big leagues a little quicker. And I think it all works together to help the popularity of college baseball just grow to a point where hopefully here soon, we were talking with Frank Cuervo yesterday, the Little Rock Trojans AD, unlike college basketball, when you win, you collect a unit, and every unit's got a money designation tied to it, and then that conference gets that money. The more you win, the more money you make for your conference. Conference distributes it to its members. Baseball's not like that. But maybe one day, popularity, people watching, you get a separate contract for just the college baseball playoffs, and then all of a sudden the conferences and the teams benefit more from the games that they win.
They should. It only makes sense. And it's another indication that money kind of rules everything. And that's why you see these TV contracts that they keep growing, and that does help grow these sports and bring in interest. And kids of a certain age, they don't necessarily watch full games. They don't want to sit down to watch full games. They're on their phones and they're watching highlights. And every avenue you can put out there to have more access, it only helps the sports.
Yeah. I was down, like I said, in Louisiana this weekend with all my nephews who play ball, and I'd have all the games on. I'm like, y'all been watching? They're like, well, no. Some of them have an excuse because they're LSU fans and
Right.
LSU's not in it. It's hard to watch it when your team's not in it.
You know what's going to be interesting about that is LSU, every year, their fans go to College World Series.
Yeah.
And no matter if they're there or not, but usually they're there to a certain point where they have a chance and their fans are going to be there. But this year, without making postseason, it'll be interesting to see what that output is for LSU fans because it's different. They didn't even make postseason.
Joe, you think about traveling, Arkansas is well known for dominating at Omaha, just like LSU. Neither one will be there. You take a look at some of the teams that are there and favored to be there, they're going to need Texas to bring a large support if they win.
Which they would.
They would. Ole Miss does a good job of traveling.
Oh, yeah.
They still have to win. I'm thinking of some of the other series. Georgia, will they travel because of the excitement of their team?
Think so.
Yeah,
because it's new.
Yes. Mississippi State does travel. They would be there. So no matter who wins out of Mississippi State and Georgia, their fans will help the attendance there in Omaha. USC, that's a far travel. Do they care enough about baseball? I don't think so. I don't see a bunch of people from LA going to Omaha.
You know what, though? It's been a while. So because of the fact that it's been a while, maybe there is a certain excitement level to them also.
I have my doubts.
Well, there's so much to do. We know
Exactly.
that it's so spread out there.
Thinking if I'm leaving anybody out, that would be a big draw. Alabama travels.
Oregon, maybe?
Oregon, yeah. When they've been there before, you see, their fans are easy to spot with the colors. But I wonder about Alabama. They do travel very well for football and basketball. Now with this being baseball and something newer and a chance to win a title, maybe.
And they've been through some things in baseball, so
yes,
it's good for them to be to this point. So that could create a fan environment where they do feel like they want to go there to support.
And Little Rock, I'd be interested because, so many Razorback fans talk about how much they enjoy going to Omaha. It truly is. And I tell people, it is a sports bucket list. If you've never gone to Omaha, you should go. That's how much fun it is. Your team plays, then you get a day off to do whatever, check out, Omaha, the zoo, great food. You got a casino right around the corner if that's what you like to do. I mean, there's a lot of things to do, and just even go to the ballpark and watch the other two games. You know, if you're a baseball fan, when your team is off, watch those games. I wonder if there aren't some Arkansas people in the state that would be like, you know what, let's just go to Omaha. This would be a good year to go and watch the Trojans and support the Trojans.
There should be. And, you know, just being a baseball fan in general, it is something you like to do. And you mentioned some of the things that you can do in the area. You're right there on the border of a bunch of states. So if you haven't been to certain states, maybe you can make a trip across the border and at least experience that part of it where you can say, well, going to College World Series and was able to go to Iowa and some of the other surrounding states that are right there.
There's nothing to do in Iowa. Look at the corn. When we come back, still some work to do for all these teams before they get to Omaha, but it all gets started for 8 of them tomorrow. We'll take a break, finish up our second hour. Phone lines are open, 661-1037. Same number for the Middleton Heat and Air text line. It's Out of Bounds.
If you want to witness the world's biggest soccer tournament in person, look no further than Twin Peaks. Enter Twin Peaks Go for Gold giveaway presented by Michelob Ultra and Casamigos. And you could be one of the 5 grand prize winners who get the VIP treatment plus travel and lodging. For your chance to win unmatched views of the match, visit TwinPeaksSoccer.com to enter and choose your host city. Entries close on June 14th, so don't wait. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
Let's see, if you're going to build a pool, tennis court, get dozens of fitness machines, indoor basketball court, pickleball court, it's going to cost you about $12.3 million. Don't have it? That's okay. Join the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. People will witness the fitness.
Now more people than ever can bring in their bill for a better deal at Verizon. Got AT&T or T-Mobile? We got you. Xfinity or Spectrum? You too. So tell your friends, your family, your quirky neighbor Jeff. Grab your megaphone and yell it from the rooftop. Get a better deal at Verizon. Because chances are anyone in shouting distance is included. Bring in your AT&T, T-Mobile, Xfinity, or Spectrum bill, and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. Come by Verizon today. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. Must provide recent consumer mobile bill in the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Laying out on a hammock, waking up to birds chirping, and board games with the family.
What? It's not cheating.
Frank, you're scaring the kids.
Oh, come on, guys. We're having fun. It's family time.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming.
Technically, it's a loophole.
It's a children's board game. You're a grown man, Frank.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Serious injuries happen every day.
If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8.
Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holt, and Sexton.
888-8888.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
We've got you covered, Arkansas.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russell is your headquarters for pool and spa chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is ready to get your pool balanced and swim ready with Pool Life and Baquasil Pool Chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is also a proud dealer of Polywood Outdoor Furniture, Climate Tough Materials, Color Stay Technology, and the 20-year warranty. If you're thinking about a hot tub, they have the amazing Caldera hot tubs in stock on their showroom floor. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Who do you think will be wearing the ring at the end of the NBA Finals? Take your shot with FanDuel, and you just might be celebrating a victory of your own. Right now, new customers can hit the court with $350 in bonus bets, guaranteed, after betting $5 for 7 straight days. FanDuel is the best place to bet all of your favorite players during the NBA's biggest event. Play your game any way you want. Seek out individual player markets for baskets and rebounds, or build an epic same-game parlay for a chance at a bigger payout. It's up to you. And best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. So whether you're with the Knicks or the Spurs, I would definitely encourage you to go with San Antonio, but play your game. And if you're ready, visit FanDuel.com/Arkansas to join now and get $350 in bonus bets, guaranteed. guaranteed after betting $5 for 7 days. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. 21 and up and present in Arkansas. First online real money wager only. Minimum $5 wager required for 7 consecutive days. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fraud is on the rise, and scammers are getting more convincing every day. But remember this, your bank will never call you asking for your debit card number, expiration date, PIN, security code, or online banking login information. If you receive a message or call that feels off, trust your instincts. Hang up. Don't click. Don't respond. Instead, contact your bank directly using a number you know and trust. Protect your information. Protect your money. When in doubt, call your bank.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union studios. TruService Credit Union. Membership has its rewards with low-rate auto loans, competitive mortgages, and one of the lowest interest rate credit cards in the nation. TruService Credit Union. Online at TruService.net.
Wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are, whoever you are. Hey, hey, I told ya, riding with my top down and my jury on. Hey, I'm just getting my hood on. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing my thing. Hey, hey, I said I'm riding with my top down.
Welcome back. It is Out of Bounds. 661-1037 if you'd like to join us. I'll hit the Middleton Heat and Air text line, too. There's Gary in Conway. What's up, Gary?
Hey, Wes. How y'all guys doing?
Fantastic.
Good.
I have a question. I've been thinking about this for a couple of years now. The girls' basketball team has been so bad for several years.
Mm-hmm.
The softball team has been, top 10, 15 team for several years now.
Mm-hmm.
Do they get more money, the softball team, than the basketball team, or do y'all have any idea?
I think this is a case where women's college basketball, where there is an NIL competition, and I don't think it's hit softball to where now you're going to have some star players, and we've seen that with Texas Tech buying a team. But for the most part, some of these girls that are getting into, young women that are getting into the portal, aren't looking for these huge NIL deals, and you're able to still get some good quality because players just want to come play for your program. And it's still the same a little bit in baseball, to where you can get guys to come and play for your program or in your facilities or for your coaches because they know they're going to be developed and get a great chance to be in the big leagues or get drafted. I don't think that has hit softball to the extent it's hit basketball in the women's college game. And so you have to have money for women's college ball. I think you can get away with it in softball and not have to have a huge NIL or revenue sharing pot to be competitive.
So do you think each one of them do get money, though, in this new kind of situation we're in? Do each one of them probably get money?
Yep, I do.
Equally?
Yeah, because now with the revenue sharing, each sport will get a little bit. You know, of course, football's going to get the most, and then basketball, and then baseball, and then probably softball. So they get a little bit. I don't know what they're making, but at least it's better than nothing, right?
Right.
I think,
okay, I was just kind of wondering about that.
Yeah, I think it's just the competition of the sport, and in college basketball, you've got to have NIL money or more revenue sharing money to compete with some of the SEC, and that's what's killing Arkansas basketball.
Thanks, guys.
You bet, Gary. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I know if you wanted like the top players in college softball, yeah, there's going to be a bidding war. You're going to have to pay for them, and you're going to have the resources to get them. But I still think there are a lot of really good softball players that want to play in the SEC, that would love to play for Courtney Deifel, that would love to play at Bogle Park. I mean, that's a selling point. You look at the attendance and those numbers, there are girls, young women, all around the country that would love to come play for Arkansas, and it's not about the money they're making. Anything that gets like a bonus, right? It's like, all right, heck yeah, and I get a little revenue share.
They want to have a chance to win, and this program has been built to the point where you see them on a national stage and that they win.
Mm-hmm. And same goes for baseball. But if you want to go for one of the elite players and everybody, the top programs are going after that player, then, yeah, you're going to have to step up to the plate and be able to entice them to come to your university. Let's go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. By the way, while I'm doing that, once again, there is a Trojans watch party tomorrow at Walk-Ons. 4 o'clock game start. They're expecting over 100 people there to watch the Trojans. You talk about a great environment. Head on out to Walk-On, support the Trojans. Randy Rainwater's doing Drive Time Sports out there. And we have a Buzz T-shirt that will be out for sale out there that is commemorating the Trojans' appearance in the regionals. It's our unique take and spin on the Trojans. So that's pretty cool. All right, where do I go? Who are the key contributors from this year's baseball team that are definitely leaving, and which ones would you will most likely be back? We had a good group of freshmen this year that need some experience. That's a good point. Yeah, Helfrich's gone. Dietz gone. You're going to lose Gackle. You're going to lose McIlvain. I'm thinking of the top relievers. You're going to lose Cam Kozel at short. You're going to lose your center fielder, Micah New. You're going to lose Zach Stewart. You're going to lose the entire outfield. Damian Ruiz is gone. It's to be seen because if they pass the 5-5, you could get T.J. Pompey back. You could get Nolan Souza back. Or they may get drafted and decide to go to play minor league baseball. That's a big chunk right there. A big chunk of guys will be gone. I'm excited to see Still leaves. I'm excited for those freshmen. Who else? I'm excited to see what they do with Brumbaugh. He's too talented. They got to turn him around, see what they can do. It's going to be a lot of portal guys. A lot of portal guys. Kevin in Pangburn says the answer is for the SEC and the Big Ten to drop the NCAA and just get out. Let's go to Harley and Morrilton real quick.
Harley's going to hang. We need to go.
All right, Harley. Oh, I've got the audio turned down once again. Bad habit. I got to leave that up. Harley, hang in there with us. We'll get to you at the top of the hour before we do What's Trending. Got a lot over here on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. We can do that. Also coming up at 3:30,
Bass tournaments and
details of the new casino hotel.
Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings with Big Sarge and his crew. Fishing Arkansas is presented by Shelter Agent Jamie Marsh and Stanley Hardware. Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings with Big Sarge on 103.7 The Buzz.
Let's be honest, guys love free food and free stuff. That's why Arkansas Urology is inviting you to the grand reopening of the new AU Men's Health Clinic on Friday, June 5th from 11 to 1 at 1300 Centerview Drive in Little Rock. Come enjoy free hamburgers, hot dogs, or chicken strip baskets, free men's health screenings, and free Arkansas Urology t-shirts for the first men there. No pressure, no long speeches, just food, fun, and taking care of your health. Call 501-219-8900 Arkansas Urology. Stop by and check us out.
It's the Hustler Summer Sizzler happening now at Cabot Outdoors. Save big this summer with up to $2,000 off select Hustler zero-turn mowers. Grab the X-Ride 60-inch and save $2,000. Enjoy 0% financing for 42 months with approved credit. Payments as low as $330 a month. And don't miss Hustler Raptor deals. Get $250 off or score a free DeWalt tool. Sale ends July 31st. Cabot Outdoors, your source for Hustler and DeWalt equipment. Get mowing today. Online at CabotOutdoors.com.
World champion of what?
103.7 The Buzz, your world champions of sports radio.
Don't get me wrong.
KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
A growing trend among young people is causing concerns across the nation and here in Arkansas. Teen takeovers draw hundreds, if not thousands, of people to one area through social media. In some cases, these gatherings have led to fights, property damage, and shootings. Police in Hot Springs say these takeovers are illegal and end with teenagers arrested or hurt. Officials say they recently prevented one from taking place. Police in Little Rock, Benton, Bryan, and Maumelle say they are also monitoring this trend but have not had any issues right now. In other news, the Little Rock Port Authority opens its new rail depot. A celebration was held for the grand opening of a $3.5 million facility. It will serve as home base for railroad crews and provide dedicated storage for locomotives and other equipment. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Hope you have a great Thursday, everyone.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny West from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every type of job and a service facility for maintenance and repair. Local folks with great products. Visit them online at hjtrailersales.com or in person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a mostly cloudy day and a little more humid today. Plus, a 30% chance of rain showers. Some this morning, around the middle of the day, and into the afternoon are all possible. 84 degrees or high temperature in Little Rock tonight. Mostly cloudy. We'll drop to 68. Tomorrow, it'll be warmer, partly cloudy, a high of 87, and a 10% chance of a shower. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hawks Homes has custom-built, manufactured homes under $100 per square foot. They have hundreds of floor plans available to fit your family's needs. Homes start as low as $39,995. They can finance your new home together with land so you can have one easy payment. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms available for immediate delivery. You can view their inventory online at hawkshomes.net. Let their family help your family. Hawks Homes, Bryant and Conway. Political strategist and host of the Sunday Buzz, Bill Vickery, gets in the mix with the guys on Morning Mayhem, courtesy of Arkansas's best Chevy dealers, Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Around here, reputation matters. That's why homeowners and business owners turn to the professionals at CertaPro Painters for their painting projects. From detailed residential painting to professionally managed commercial projects, our crews deliver craftsmanship that protects your investment and enhances curb appeal. Spring weather won't last forever, and neither will the open slots on the schedule. If painting is on your list this year, now's the time. Call CertaPro Painters or visit CertaPro.com and reserve your spring project today. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon, you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell, and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Bluebell doesn't fudge on deliciousness. Our new black raspberry fudge ice cream in pints and half gallons combines black raspberry flavored ice cream with dark chocolate flavored chunks and a chocolate fudge swirl. The result is real. Taste the truth.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at Walmart Supercenters and neighborhood markets.
Arkansas sports fans, get ready to tee it up with the legends. The annual Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame Celebrity Golf Tournament is set for June 8th at Chenal Country Club. Grab your team for a 4-man scramble and get paired with a celebrity for a day of golf, stories, and unforgettable moments. It's your chance to play along the names you've cheered for. Spots are limited, so sign up now at arksportshalloffame.com, arksportshalloffame.com, or call 501-313-4158.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle, all the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, price and valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. This is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
All right, big hour. Got what's trending coming up in a few minutes. Hannah Settles will join us with Saracen Casino. New hotel is up and ready, taking reservations. We're going to find out all about this hotel coming up in a few minutes. We'll take some more phone calls. In fact, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take Harley's phone call real quick. Harley, welcome in. Thanks for holding.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey, man.
Hey,
Good to hear from you.
I don't know exactly how to say this, but I've got to say I really enjoy listening to y'all's show and Drive Time because it's still a sports show, unlike some of the others. Don't get me wrong. I like the guys, love them to death. But doggone it, if I wanted to listen to entertainment tonight, I'd watch it on TV. They just got too much bullpucky shenanigans going on these days. I mean, I just had to quit listening. I really enjoy just an old-fashioned sports show. Y'all doing a great job, guys. Keep it up. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, Harley.
Harley said he didn't know how to say it, but he said it pretty well. I feel you, Harley. I'm a sports fan. Look, there were plenty of days. I don't think Acree's in his office. He's not listening. There were plenty of days I sent through that third hour on the zone going, what are we doing? Come on now. We got something good to talk about. Razorback basketball team just beat Kentucky. Let's talk more about that game.
It just shows that people have different interests because, to be honest, I like entertainment value also and kind of getting outside the box.
Yeah, Acree has his fan.
Oh, man, come on.
Morning show has their fan. All right. Love giving them a hard time. Let's do a little quick.
What's trending in the world of sports is sponsored by Arkansas-based West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee and their 1.5 million coffee farmers around the globe as they fuel Arkansas with great tasting coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
I got to ask you something. Because I guess we got a new open there, and he's saying Java.
Yeah, he's always said Java.
Java, not Java?
No, he's always said Java.
I thought back in the day he said Java.
No, it's always been Java.
Why is it just now catching my attention and bothering me? I thought maybe it was new.
That's a good question.
Is it Java or Java?
I believe it is Java, but different people, depending on where you're from, you pronounce things in different ways.
He's in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you get that southern twang?
But you know what? I mean, it could be Java, and we're all saying
we're saying it wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just want to make sure I wasn't the only one that noticed that. But I guess I just now noticed it after years.
Yeah.
He has always said Java
always
all
said
these
Java.
years.
Yes.
And I'm just now catching it.
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird. All right, let's get to the NBA Finals. Knicks, Spurs, Game 1.
Vassell, tough catch. Hart pokes it away from Wemby. Here comes Brunson. Stutter dribble, drives inside. Layup, banks it in. Jalen Brunson coming alive again. It's a 6-point lead. Timeout, San Antonio. And the Knicks fans fired up here in Texas. Brunson on the drive, spins underneath, puts it up, puts it in. Jalen Brunson does it again. It's now 12 consecutive wins for the Knicks as they take Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Their 7th consecutive road game. And one of the great playoff runs in NBA history is still alive.
Tip of the cap to the Knicks fans that were there.
Oh, it was so impressive. But they've shown up like that the entire playoffs. I think it became more noticeable this year, but they've always traveled like that.
There were times that I had to remind myself this game was in San Antonio, that it was so loud in there after a Knicks basket or a Knicks, a run and a Spurs timeout, and the place would explode.
Yeah, you could hear the chants of "Let's go Knicks."
It was crazy.
And then the fanfare with some of the celebrities that you would see courtside at Madison, they're all there. Timothée Chalamet, Fat Joe, Tracy Morgan, Ben Stiller, they're all in San Antonio.
I saw where one of the cheapest tickets to get in for Game 3, $7,500, and it showed a view from the seat. Joe, it was like at the top row of the concourse, and like you can barely see the far edge of the court because of the concourse blocks the view.
Yeah.
Because of the overhang. $7,500 for that ticket.
That's the other thing for them. It's probably cheaper for them to travel to San Antonio, get a courtside seat, than it is to get a courtside seat at Madison.
I don't know what the courtside seats were costing, but I saw the get-in cost last night was like $1,400 compared to triple that for games in New York. So, yeah, you're like, all right, yeah, we can catch probably a direct flight from San Antonio to New York, pay for a hotel, pay for a flight and a ticket, and it's cheaper to go to that game than it is to go to a game in New York and stay in my own bedroom and not travel.
But guess what? They're going to be at that one too.
Yeah. Impressive. It's impressive. Let's hear from Jalen Brunson.
It was a tie game with about 2:15 to go. Just what was the difference in those last 2 minutes?
I think just sticking together. Wasn't really our night. Wasn't really my night most of the night. But we kept finding a way, kept chipping away. I just like how resilient we were tonight.
Yeah, you guys were down 14 in the third quarter. Just what started to turn things around?
Honestly, just think of chemistry, just knowing that we have each other's back. There's a lot of things excellent goals-wise that we could have done better, but I think most importantly, our togetherness really was really the biggest difference.
Now we got Mike Brown talking about Jalen Brunson in that performance.
I'm too emotional, and when I get caught up in injuries. So when he got hurt and he went out, Jose, let's go. And I was about to throw Tyler Kolek in the game too. He came back. Jalen's tough as nails, and to me, he didn't seem like he had any effect afterwards. I haven't talked to our medical people. He didn't look like it was bothering him down the stretch, and so I think he's okay. He was the MVP in the second half. He was huge for us. He did what MVP candidates are supposed to do. He carried us home. We put the ball in his hands, and he got it done for us down the stretch. But a good win. We have to keep taking it one game at a time and stay present and see what happens.
He makes it worth watching, honestly, because you expect great things out of Jalen Brunson in crunch time, and it seems like he delivers time after time after time.
Oh, it's impressive. From anywhere on the court, he can make shots.
All right, let's from the Spurs' point of view, here's Wemby.
First ever finals game tonight. Were there any jitters that bothered you from the beginning that perhaps could have affected you at all today?
I mean, it definitely felt special for sure, but nothing close that could be an excuse, you know. It was not a factor in our performance.
Not an excuse, just didn't play well last night. Now here's Mitch Johnson.
Can you diagnose how New York was able to get to 50 points in the paint?
Felt like some of that was bad offense on our part, and then some of that was, maybe at times not being able to square the basketball up and give the proper resistance. And then the offensive rebounds crushed us, 23 second chance points. We're up 1 point, I believe 93, 94, 94, 95. Get them to miss. They get a rebound. Brunson hits a three. They go on an 11-0 run. Makes it tough. Got to be able to close out possessions with rebounds when you make a miss.
There was another one late where Cat got the rebound, put it back, and was fouled for a three-point play. That was huge, too.
Mitch Johnson, you can tell, man, he has been coaching. He's always hoarse. Always has that raspy voice because he's trying to get that message across, and he's been like that the entire playoffs.
Before we move on to Major League Baseball, another basketball note. Arkansas men's basketball has officially announced what we talked about earlier this week. Arkansas will play Arizona Saturday, December 19th in Phoenix. That is part of the Hall of Fame games, Hall of Fame tournament. Arkansas, Arizona in Phoenix, Saturday, December 19th. Joe, I want to think that previously that day was in North Little Rock that Saturday, right? The Saturday before Christmas usually?
Mm-hmm.
And this would be, the next Saturday's the 26th. So it looks like North Little Rock's going to get a different date this year. Maybe the 12th?
There'd be a lot of interest no matter when that game is played, simply because people look forward to Razorbacks being here in Central Arkansas.
Maybe we go 26th, the day after Christmas?
Yeah.
But depending, usually the team gets a little time off during Christmas or New Year's. There's a little break in there, but in the Christmas and New Year's break, right before SEC play begins. I don't know. That was what was intriguing. When I saw that date, I was like, whoa, that's usually North Little Rock. Major League Baseball.
Well, before we go there, also after the game last night, you could see Jalen Brunson kind of interacting with a fan as he was about to go do his post-game interview. So NBA is investigating the incident. We don't know exactly what happened, but you could see him looking in the direction of a fan, and he had some comments, and then you could see some team officials come over and kind of get between and separate him and get him away from there.
Also, the fan that stormed the court last night like an idiot, he has been banned from NBA games the rest of his life.
It should be.
Yes. I told Acree, that's not good enough. You should ban him from the NFL. You should ban him from Major League Baseball. You should ban him from soccer. All major, professional sporting events to keep him from doing that absurdity again. Send a message. We're not doing this.
No, that'd be a big-time message.
Yeah. Major League Baseball. A's, Cubs, extra innings.
Thomas, a high drive to left. You can kiss that ball goodbye. Oh, wow. Line drive into left. That's dropping fast, and it gets down. Kurtz an RBI single, and the A's lead 5-4.
That was the final in 10. Now the Royals and Reds.
He's running.
There it is.
And he pounds it to right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2-0 Royals.
Bam, just like that. Did you, partner? Gone. You did. Atta baby. There's a little insurance. You felt it.
Royals win thanks to that insurance. 5-2. Now we go to the Phillies and Padres.
Fly ball, left center field. It's hit well. Sheets going back. It is gone! JT has given the Phils the lead. It's a 2-1 game. It's his third home run of the year. Fly ball, left center field. You may have gotten your cushion. That one is gone! Towering home run, Kyle Schwarber. It's now a 3-1 game. His major league leading 23rd home run, the 363rd of his career.
They have a great celebration, that ringing the bell after home runs and after runs scored.
That was a big insurance run because the Padres scored, and that home run gave them the win. 3-2. Astros Pirates.
Cam with a base hit. Astros will take the lead. In the score, Christian Walker. Here comes Paredes. He is going to score as well. 11-9. What a comeback. 2 outs, nobody on. And the Astros put up a big bottom of the 8th inning with 6 runs.
Those 6 runs paid off because the Astros beat the Pirates 11-9. Guardians, Yankees.
Here you go. High and deep and goodbye. Rhys Hoskins puts the Guardians back on top with a 2-out, 2-run homer. Ramirez with a high drive, deep right field. Down the line, if it stays fair, it is gone. Right down the right field foul line. Jose Ramirez with his 3rd career home run off Garrett Cole. Cleveland with 3 home runs tonight. And the Guardians with a 4-2 lead here in the 6th inning. The only question was, would it stay fair? And it hugged that right field foul line and got inside the pole. And Cleveland with a 4-2 lead on 3 home runs. That's number 9 for Ramirez.
Cleveland goes on to win 5-4 over the Yankees. I saw where Andrew Benintendi hit a massive home run for the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, they got a shutout win yesterday.
It's good to see Benintendi still getting it done in the big leagues. Hate it for the White Sox and doesn't get a whole lot of attention, but Hagen Smith still lighting it up. It's one of those where I'm like, when are they going to call this guy up? He is killing it in the minor leagues. I mean, the strikeout ratio is incredible. Still, it seems like they have him. They're babying him a little bit. Pitch count, and I was adding up his starts per innings pitched, and he's not even getting to 5 innings pitched per outing. It's like 4 1/3, 4 2/3.
Wow.
And but I mean, he is racking up the strikeouts and doing a great job of not allowing a lot of earned runs. It's just they're being really careful with Hagen Smith, and I don't know why. I mean, I know he's going to be a great pitcher, but at some point you got to let these guys throw.
You do. And that's a moment that all these guys are playing for, looking forward to, getting through minors, getting to that major league level, and achieving their goal and letting their career take off. NFL news, this is a lot of time you see that extensions are signed during some of these mandatory training camps. And Packers are taking care of their receivers. They signed Jaden Reed to an extension a few weeks ago. They just signed Christian Watson to a 4-year, $110.5 million extension, $31 million in signing bonus. And then Steelers, past couple of days, have signed outside linebacker Nick Herbig, who's an edge rusher, and Darnell Washington, tight end. They've signed both of them to extensions. And with their edge rushers, they now have over $82 million committed to these edge rushers in annual value. T.J. Watt is making $40 million, Alex Highsmith $17 million, and then Nick Herbig just signed for $25 million. So at that one position, edge rusher, you have 3 players that are accounting for $82 million annually.
That's all you need to know, how important it is to have a good edge rusher or rushers.
Yeah, and with that being said, you can only afford to do that for so many years. Like, you may have a 1 or 2 year window with these guys where you're going to have them all under contract like that, and eventually you have to make a move where somebody has to go because you can't afford to pay all that money every year and put it into one unit.
Helps not having to pay a quarterback $50-60 million.
It does.
It frees up a little bit. Other left tackle, that's usually a high dollar position.
Yeah, edge and tackle, they go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have a left-handed quarterback, it's going to be your right tackle.
Yeah. Wide receivers, they're making a lot of money.
Across the board.
Yeah. Steelers don't have a high dollar wide receiver right now.
DK Metcalf.
Oh, DK, I forgot about that. Yeah, how'd I forget about DK? All right. When we come back, we told you the exciting news a little earlier today. The brand new hotel at Saracen is ready to go. They are taking reservations now. The announcement came earlier this morning, and when we come back, Hannah Settles will join us from Saracen Casino. She'll tell us all about the hotel, the amenities, how to get a room, what these rooms are like. Wanted to get her on and talk a little bit about it. That's coming up next. Stick around. It is Out of Bounds.
Still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is SportsCenter.
The New York Knicks took Game 1 of the NBA Finals in San Antonio against the Spurs, 105-95 last night. Jalen Brunson led the way for the Knicks with 30 points, including 13 in the fourth. New York was down 14 points in the second half, but finished the game with an 11-0 run. This was the Knicks' 12th consecutive playoff win, making them only the third team to do that in a single season. Victor Wembanyama led the way for the Spurs with 26 points, but only shot 6 of 21 from the field. The Spurs as a team were held to only 36% shooting. Game 2 is tomorrow night at 7:30 on ABC. We also get a Game 2 on the ice in the Stanley Cup Final. The Vegas Golden Knights look to take a 2-0 lead against the Carolina Hurricanes in Carolina tonight at 7 on ABC. I'm Moose with the Buzz Radio Network.
Get in the conversation with life and feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers. Chevy Colorado eats up the road with 5 available gears, and Silverado has the muscle to tow. Life and feedback from Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Something big is coming. Clayton Homes of Mayflower is officially opening their doors, and they want to celebrate with you. On Saturday, June 13th from 9 to 5, stop by for the grand opening event. Tour beautiful homes, enjoy the festivities, and receive a $500 gift card if you purchase a new home during the event. And the Buzz will be there from noon to 2. Mark your calendar and head to 15 Interstate Drive to say hello and maybe find your dream home. $500 gift card offer only available at participating Clayton Homes family of brands retailers. Restrictions apply. Not available with USDA FHA VA financing. See your local retailer for full terms and conditions.
Take it from Arkansas greats, Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports apps are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local.
Making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansans' fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-960-3377. That's 800-960-3377. 800-960-3377.
River Valley Tractor is here to help you turn your dream projects into reality. You love your land, and you have plans for it. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love the great deals on their versatile, reliable lineup. Stop in today for the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, 0% financing available or save up to $5,500 on select compact tractors. Sale ends soon. Go to rivervalleytractor.com for more information.
Congratulations to Harrison Deere of Rogers and Avia Sellers of Little Rock Christian for being named the All-Arkansas Preps Outstanding Players of the Year in Tennis, as chosen by the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. They are among the 400 Arkansas high school athletes who will be honored at the All-Arkansas Preps Awards Banquet on Saturday, June 20th, sponsored by CHI St. Vincent. The event is emceed by Steve Sullivan with special guest David Basil and Paralympian Hunter Woodhall. To find out more about the athletes selected or to purchase your tickets to the event, visit allarkansaspreps.com.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. Online at TruService.net. Out of Bounds with Joe Franklin and Wes Moore on 103.7 The Buzz.
Big news at Saracen. The hotel is open for business, taking reservations. Hannah Saddles joins us now from Saracen Casino. What's up, Hannah? How are you?
What's going on? How are you? I'm good.
I bet you guys are excited. The day is here.
Oh, it has been one busy day, I tell you. Yeah, a long time coming, I'd say.
What's the anticipation of this day been like? I know you have been getting many questions about when it's actually happening, but what was the build up to this day like?
I mean, it's been absolutely incredible. This is something that Pine Bluff has needed and wanted for a very long time. I mean, we opened the Saracen Casino back in October of 2020. So what are we in 2026 now? Yeah, 6 years in waiting for everybody, but we finally got here. We've been building the anticipation up, on our social media pages, doing some interviews here and there. And then today, it's finally the day. We're finally here.
Hannah, I know when Saracen, when Carlton, when you guys do something, you do it first class. Describe these rooms. Describe the hotel. What is it like?
Yeah, absolutely. No, we do everything super big here at Saracen. We give away luxury cars every month, if that will tell you anything. But, yeah, we've been, building this up for a very long time. It's a 14-story hotel. We've got 320 rooms, and about 90 of them are suites, and they're absolutely incredible. I've gotten to see this process being built from the ground up. So, I've gotten to see the behind the scenes of it all, but we can't wait to get people in here because, you can see the pictures and the videos on social media, but until you actually see it in person, your eyes won't believe it until you actually get there. But, we opened our event center up back in April, and we've had some shows. We've actually got a really big show tonight at 8 o'clock. Jake Owen is coming to town, so that's pretty big. But, we finally gotten to the point to where we can open reservations up so people can actually come down and see a show, gamble a little bit, and actually have somewhere to stay.
What's the best way to go about making a reservation, getting a booking for the hotel?
Absolutely. So right now we're taking calls for reservations. You can call our contact center at 870-686-9001. In the coming days, though, we will have the ability to book online. It's just taking us a little bit longer to make sure that's perfect. But as soon as that's up and ready, we'll be sure to post on all of our social media pages that's available. We'll have a whole hotel portion on our website that you can go and view what the rooms look like. But right now we ask people, like I said, to call 870-686-9001, and our contact center will get your reservation booked and hopefully can get you down here to stay with us at some point.
Now, you have people that are at the casino at this moment. If they wanted to go to the front desk maybe and do a booking like that, is that possible?
Absolutely, yeah. So if you know our casino, if you're not familiar with it, though, we have a brand new hotel entrance. So if you wanted to go in that way, you most certainly can. If not, you can go through the main casino entrance that we've always had, but it'll take you back there by Red Oak Steakhouse, and you go through there, and then there's our front lobby, beautiful lobby if you haven't seen it. We've got photos on Facebook if anybody would like to check it out. But yeah, just go in there, and our front desk is fully staffed, and yeah, they'll be happy to book your room.
When can you stay there? Is it open tonight? Like if you're going for the concert?
It's open.
Oh, wow.
It is. If we've got some rooms available still for tonight, yes, it's open. I know the phones have been ringing off the hook since we made the announcement this morning. So if not, then for sure we can get you in hopefully tomorrow or this weekend. But yeah, for sure we've got some rooms available tonight if they aren't already fully booked.
I saw there were some tickets left yesterday. Are there still tickets for tonight?
Yes, they are. Yeah, Jake Owen, he's actually probably on property right now. I'm actually about to head that way myself so we can, do some fun content with him tonight. But yeah, there's still tickets left on Ticketmaster. You can actually go to our website, SaracenResort.com, and click on the entertainment page. Scroll down and you'll find a link to the tickets. Or if you just wanted to Google Jake Owen at Saracen Resort, you should be able to find the Ticketmaster link, and you can buy tickets there as well. But yeah, we've got some tickets left. So if anybody needs something fun to do on a Thursday night, why don't you come on down and see what everything looks like and have a fun country night.
That has to be exciting also, just rolling out the red carpet for the people you have coming in to perform and have these shows.
Oh, yeah. Well, next week is the big week. It's Saturday, June 13th. We've got Mr. John Legend coming down to Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I tell you, I couldn't believe it when I first heard we were getting Mr. Legend to come and do a big show for us, but that show's actually sold out. So if you didn't get tickets, you're kind of out of luck right now, but we'll have some even bigger shows, as the year goes on. But yeah, we're all pretty excited that he's coming down to have a big performance with us. So yeah, stay tuned to our social media pages, and we'll have a recap of that night for sure.
We have Hannah Settles with us from Saracen Casino. Hannah, if just an average normal hotel you stay in, like a 3-star or whatever, what would you rate these? What are these rooms like?
Oh my goodness, these rooms, I mean, a 5-star, 10-star, however high in stars you can go. I know personally I've stayed at, different hotels, throughout the state of Arkansas, and I don't, I'm not trying to toot our own horn here, but I believe that it's the finest hotel in the state of Arkansas. I mean, the rooms are fully equipped. I mean, they've got TVs, the nicest beds, and we've got, like I said, over 90 suites. And I've been in some of the suites, and they feel like a whole apartment. It's that big. Like the showers are incredible, the tubs are incredible. Like it's something that I've personally never seen before in this state. So I'm happy that a place like Pine Bluff can bring that to reality.
So what else is going on at Saracen altogether? You got exciting things happening with shows, hotel opening, casino. What else is going on at Saracen?
So, well, like I said earlier, we give away a luxury vehicle every single month. So actually this month it's always on the last Saturday of every month for folks that aren't familiar, but Saturday, June 27th, we're giving away a beautiful red Ford F-150 Raptor, and it's huge. I just saw it with my own eyes the other day. It's incredible. But we do that every single month, and then along with our hotel, we are actually going to have a brand new gift shop, and we're also going to have a Sissy's Log Cabin, which is awesome to say that that's, in the heart of our casino. But those aren't quite open yet. We've got a few more, tweaks with construction. We've got to finish with that. But as soon as those are open, like I said, our Facebook page, we make all of our announcements there. So if anybody wants to stay tuned to when that announcement comes, we will definitely be keeping everybody updated. But yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And, we've still got our restaurants, Red Oak Steakhouse, our award-winning restaurants with the best steaks, I'd say, in the state of Arkansas. I've had them many times, and they just get better and better every time. But yeah, we've always got something fun happening. So if you haven't been down to our casino, we highly encourage it. Come on down. You've got a place to stay now, and you're always going to have something fun to do. So y'all need to come check us out.
I'll second that, Hannah. It's the best steaks I've had ever, anywhere. They are fantastic.
Yeah. It's incredible for sure.
What's Carlton got up his sleeves now? Because I know he never settles.
Oh, Carlton is never. He's actually on a plane right now. He's never not busy. I'm not sure what he's got up his sleeve. Sometimes he likes to surprise me, so we'll have to just wait and see. But Mr. Carlton, he's a very busy man, but we're thankful to have him. He's good at what he does. That's for sure.
I knew he was on a plane. That's why I thought maybe you would slip us a little scoop, without him hearing.
Yeah, no. I'm sure when he's ready to announce things, him, he'll make that announcement himself. But yeah, he's got some stuff up his sleeve, so y'all just stay tuned.
Hannah, appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Can't wait to get down there and check it out for my own eyes. You've got me excited.
All right, well, thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all soon.
See you. Hannah Settles joining us from Saracen Casino. Got a little time now to check out the Middleton Heat and Air text line. And, boy, you guys have been texting up a storm. I got a lot to get to. 501 says, if the 5 years to play 5 and the 1 year only transfer happens, that could be huge on negotiations and high school recruiting because the players would have to be very strategic on when they transfer. Yeah, you wouldn't have nearly as many players in the portal every year. There wouldn't be that lure of the next big contract or paycheck. They'd get their 1 year and transfer and have to stick around for a while. So teams wouldn't have as many players in the transfer portal to choose from, so they wouldn't be as reliant on the transfer portal, and then they would be more reliant on high school kids. And I think that would be great. We've heard from numerous coaches, high school, college coaches, about how there are players right now that in the past would have been a D1 SEC caliber player. Well, these teams are passing on them, and they're going to a smaller school, lower level, so they can develop, mature, get some playing time, and then transfer into the SEC whenever they're ready.
That's where it's still going to be big, though, with smaller schools, JUCOs. That's where you'll see portal still big as far as players getting in and trying to move up.
903 says also he is 18 years old, so he would not be a young reclass. Oh, you're talking about Davion Thompson, the 2027 shooting guard that Calipari is recruiting. He's going to announce next Wednesday. Arkansas's one of 4 finalists. There is talk of him reclassifying and being 18. He would not be a young freshman. Got your point. Good point, by the way. 501 says Ohio is like what you said about Iowa. If you're not in Cincinnati, Cleveland, or Columbus, there's nothing there. I've been to Akron and
that's close enough to Cleveland, though.
yeah, it's just south. I mean, you got to drive a little ways. They got a big golf tournament there in Akron.
Canton.
And then Canton. That's why I was there. I was going down to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I enjoyed my time there. I've been to the College World Series to see the Hogs play previously. If Little Rock makes it, I am going. I ended up graduating from UALR. That's Mike and Bryant. So there you go. There's somebody who's going to make a trip to Omaha if the Trojans can get 2 more wins. Speaking of the Trojans, 501 says, Tag has a good personality. Wonder if the door is closed on transferring back to Arkansas now that he's got experience. I'd say Tag is pretty dang happy at Little Rock and what he's doing there. Let's don't run him out of Little Rock.
No.
Hey, Joe, it's great to be a Longhorn fan this coming year. Hook 'em horns. Hook 'em up.
Oh, yeah, they got it done. Women's College World Series, got it done back-to-back years.
And
Tegan Kavan is amazing.
They're in the Super Regionals, 2 wins away from Omaha.
Yeah.
He says, come on board, ride the train, Joe.
I don't have anything against them. I mean, they are one of those universities that spend a lot of money, and you see that money pays off for them in certain sports. And even with football, they've had some success where they've gotten far into playoffs.
LC in Sherwood says, Wes, what two schools were in the last 2 World Series for softball? Texas and Texas Tech. It's getting just as bad or worse in softball.
Yeah, Texas, I mean, you think about Oklahoma first and foremost, but now you have to start thinking of Texas after winning back-to-back championships.
501 says, I found myself really enjoying the WNBA. Those ladies make the game fun.
And there's been a lot of excitement about they've been expanding, and these expansion teams are having success right away. You look at Portland, Golden State, they're playing well right away. They're not coming in and struggling as an expansion organization.
This guy sent us a lot of different posts with some information. The NBA, the Mavericks are expected to pursue conversations with John Shire and Dusty May per the Stein line and Jake L. Fisher. Of course, with Shire coaching Cooper Flagg, Duke's coach, and then Dusty May. May, of course, just won a national championship. Sees both candidates are entrenched with their universities, but league sources tell the Stein line that there has been conversation with these teams.
Money talks. That's the bottom line. And then, of course, with John Shire, and there's an opening there. Mavs, they have an opening, and then Dusty May just coming off a national championship at Michigan. Of course, there's going to be interest in him.
Got to ask. You got to start the conversation, see if they're interested. Bleacher Report believes LeBron James will sign a 2-year, $30 million offer with the Golden State Warriors to compete for a title at the end of his career with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, and Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay. That's a good core of players that have had a lot of success. You have to depend on some of those younger players too. But $15 million, that's quite a pay cut for LeBron. He was making at least $45 million, maybe $50 million. And so going from that to, and he doesn't need any more money. He doesn't have to have top dollar, but that's quite a pay cut after a lot of talk of thinking that LeBron's not taking a pay cut because he still can play at a high level.
Says the next question will be, can the Warriors get the Lakers to send them Bronny James in a trade?
Well, anything to get LeBron, they'll make it happen. And don't think that Lakers would be against it.
Also send us this. This is the contender tiers in the NFL. NFL on Fox. Front runners, Rams, Seahawks, Broncos. Title contenders, Patriots, Bills, Ravens, Eagles. Playoff locks, Bengals, Texans, Bears, Jaguars. Dangerous teams.
Now, wait, hold on. That's funny that the first team mentioned for a playoff lock is Bengals.
Yeah.
And they've never been a lock. I mean, on paper, they have everything it takes, but they haven't made playoffs. So How can they even be in that range of being a playoff lock?
No, nobody's a lock. I mean, the Rams. Stafford goes down in week 2. Are they a lock?
They have some pieces. I would say they're probably closest to being a lock.
I mean, Patriots, Drake, all these teams are a quarterback away from being in serious trouble like we saw with the Bengals. Dangerous teams, the Chiefs, Packers, Lions, 49ers, playoff contenders, Chargers, Cowboys, Buccaneers, Falcons, Panthers, Vikings, need some help. Steelers, Colts, Giants, Washington Commanders. I would put the Colts and Washington up a little higher. I think, with what they've assembled at Washington and now a healthy quarterback, they're going to be better. And I love what the Colts did and were doing until injuries hit the Colts. Playoff.
Yeah, hey, all teams need help. It's just about the right areas.
Playoff fringe, Saints and Titans. And the top of the next draft, Raiders, Jets, Dolphins, Browns, and Cardinals.
Okay, so for pretty much every category, you're praising all those teams except for the last category. Mm-hmm. You're saying these are the ones that have no chance.
Might as well instead have said top of the draft, no chance.
Right.
Appreciate you sending all those in. That's good information. Guys, the blaring obvious thing in this game between the Spurs and the Knicks, the Spurs kept coming down and jacking up threes every single time. Do you know as a team they attempted 39 threes? Hello. And they were breaking them. All they got to do is go inside and they'll dominate this game.
Now, Knicks took their share of threes also, but it is about the timing of when you take them instead of just coming down taking quick shots. And that's how both these teams really are capable of playing. You really don't know who it favors to get up and down the court because we saw it early in the game, and Knicks had an early lead as they were going up and down the court. But also when it slowed down, that was when Knicks were able to make a comeback. So it showed that they can play multiple styles and really have an advantage at times during the game, but Spurs are able to play the same way.
It seemed during crunch time, though, the Spurs settled for threes. Knicks were driving to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
43 threes to 36. So, yeah, they both attempted a bunch. Regardless of whether you think so or not, sports is not a tell-all. Or tell-all. Yeah, that was a mistype. Banning someone because he came out and went for a selfie, you guys got to get a check on reality. It's a freaking talk show. It is a freaking talk show, and we were talking about it. But you cannot have fans on the court or the playing field. It just can't happen.
Right.
I mean, who's to – I mean, we've already had a serious incident in tennis. Who's to say this guy comes out and you think he's taking a selfie, all's good and good, ha, 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 and he pulls out a knife or a gun or something worse. No. Stay off the court. That's not your place. Your place is in the stands. No, I think I'm happy. I think it's not only a lesson for him, it's an example is set for the rest of every fan out there. This is how serious they're getting.
And we saw it happen.
You do something stupid like that, you're going to be banned.
Yeah, we saw it happen with a player's parent, Tyrese Halliburton's dad. Yeah. He's on the court, which he's permitted on the court because he has, certain access, but also him getting close to Giannis and having words with Giannis like that. And they were in their home arena at the time, so all the security around there, they know him, so they didn't have a problem with him being there. But then the fact that he got close to Giannis and had words with him, that's unacceptable. Yeah.
This is interesting. I didn't realize this. The Little Rock game last year was on December 6th. So maybe we could have the 12th or the 5th this year.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it was that early. Thank you. And they sent me a picture to verify it. How do they keep him out after getting banned? If they don't recognize you, I'd say you could walk right in. Anyone can buy a ticket. I hate what happened. I'm just curious. Don't a lot of these arenas, stadiums now have face scanners?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they would know.
It's like you've seen some games where fights break out or people are throwing things in the stands. They'll use those face recognition cameras and find out who they are. So I would say that would be what they'll scanning the face, and as soon as he comes through the gate and that face recognition goes off and starts beeping, they're like, you're banned. Out of here. Thanks for buying the ticket, but you're not coming in. Jeff says, I understand what Harley was saying. Harley, by the way, loves our show and Drive Time because we only talk sports. But I start my delivery route in Louisiana early every morning. I drive into Mississippi, across South Arkansas, back to Louisiana. I listen from 6 to 6. If all shows were just sports, I would get bored listening to the same stories over and over. I enjoy all shows, especially the acre-free zones.
No, man, come
on. No, it's good. We've got a wide variety of shows. But, Jeff, I would say there aren't a whole lot of people. You're in the minority. I know we have our listeners that listen all day, every day, but for the most part, it's people coming and going all day long. Get in the car, hop in, do a little driving, hop out, do their thing, get back in the car, listen. But for the most part, I would say, Jeff, thank you. And I wish there were more.
Absolutely.
I wish everybody was like Jeff.
Absolutely.
In the car, and as soon as they got to work, turned on the laptop, fired it up, listening to us on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, and had us on all day long. 501 says, if you could bet on horses at Saracen, I would live there. Well, you could. You can get on your app and bet on your app. So there's always like that. So y'all like Texans? Texas? Well, I'm from Texas.
Don't have a problem.
I don't
with
like Texas Longhorns. I don't like the Aggies. Not a big fan of the Red Raiders. I'm okay with the Texas State Bobcats.
Don't have a problem with them having success. That's it. Like, as far as being a rival and playing against them, of course, you want to beat them, but if they have success, like, there's nothing you can do about it.
Just root against them. That's all I can do. I'll be rooting against whoever. Who's Texas playing in the regional? Oregon. Go Ducks. That's my feeling. You know what? I was a little disappointed, just a little disappointed when A&M got beat by USC because I was hoping the SEC would break the record for the number of teams in the Super Regional and just show because there was talk around the nation that the SEC was down in baseball this year, and I didn't believe it. And I was hoping the SEC would show its a strong dominance.
Mm-hmm.
And so when A&M, Florida lost, Kentucky, man, that nail biter with West Virginia, I knew there was a possibility of 10, and then there was a possibility of 9 after Kentucky lost, and then the possibility of 8 after Florida lost to Troy. So I was a little disappointed that A&M lost, but deep inside I was like, good, Aggies are done. We will – oh, my God, I got to take a break real quick. Sorry, finish it up when we come back. It's Out of Bounds.
Guys, this one's for you. Join Arkansas Urology on Friday, June 5th from 11 to 1 for the grand reopening of the new AU Men's Health Clinic at 1300 Centerview Drive in Little Rock. We're serving up free hamburgers, hot dogs, and chicken strip baskets, plus free men's health screenings. And guys, the first men through the door score a free Arkansas Urology t-shirt. So grab lunch, check your health, and come see the brand new Men's Health Clinic from Arkansas Urology. Visit ArkansasUrology.com. Arkansas Urology, men's health starts here.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell. When you think about buying a car, we want you to think Bell Chevrolet. Not just because we want your business, but because we want to be on your side. That's what buying a car should look like. Simple, stress-free, knowing you have someone in your corner. We have something for every budget, new or pre-owned. I keep telling y'all it's better at Bell. Now it's time to come find out for yourself. Come see us on Chenal Parkway or shop at bellchevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Ah, this feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing you down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh, yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Hello, I'm Ozempic.
And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Hey, are you shaking a maraca?
No, I'm shaking the pill version of Ozempic, which no one should ever do except in ads like this.
A nice disclaimer.
Hey, thanks. Ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of the Ozempic pen or pill may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide tablets, 9 milligrams, and Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you, gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
Ever wonder what bugs do when you're not looking? With Bugtopia at the Little Rock Zoo, the world beneath your feet gets big. Like really big. Meet the bugs that pollinate, build, and buzz our planet to life, up close and larger than ever. Bugtopia, crawling into the Little Rock Zoo March 21st through September 20th. It's wonder magnified and included with your zoo admission. Learn more at littlerockzoo.com.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
Too quick for me. Couldn't do it. All right, welcome back. We're finishing up, almost done here on Out of Bounds. Coming up tomorrow, we will have Mark the Magician with some picks for the Belmont. And then we also will have Sully stopping by, Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, and Brian Edwards. We'll get some picks from him, figure out what he likes for the NBA playoffs. Game 2 coming up tomorrow night with the Spurs and Knicks. Spurs got to win this game to get back into it, tie it up at 1. And then also we will take a look at the weekend in sports. Hockey. What
yes.
else? Oh, the Super Regional start tomorrow. Hey, What am I thinking?
But Game 2, Stanley Cup Final is tonight.
See you tomorrow. Drive Time Sports is next.
Be a part of a new era of Razorback football under Coach Silverfield. Join the Razorback Foundation for as little as $50 for priority access to tickets, parking, and exclusive events with coaches and players. Text JOIN to 47934.